Hello, Caleb. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. How old are you, please?
I'm 29.
All right. And am I a woman?
I don't believe you are a woman.
Okay. Why not?
Were you born a woman?
I was born a girl.
You were born a girl?
Yes.
Did you transition from being a man recently?
No, I was never a man.
Can you prove it?
Sorry.
Can you prove that you're not a man?
Yeah, I have an innate sense of self that says that I'm a woman.
Do you have a uterus?
I do not.
Well, then how can you be a woman?
Simple. Not all women have uteruses.
Most do.
Sure, most have them. Some don't. I happen to be one of the women that doesn't have a uterus.
You always thought you were a woman?
Yep, from the age of 4.
Did you grow up with a single mom?
Sorry.
Did you grow up with a single parent?
Nope.
Is your dad not in your life?
Yep, he was in my life.
Did you grow up in a religious setting?
Nope.
What do your friends and family refer to you as?
A woman.
I just I think it's delusion to change who you are. I think it's honestly kind of hurtful to your psyche.
First of all, I did not change who I am. Second of all, no, change can be a good thing.
I think there's only two genders, and I mean you can like who you want, but I don't think you can change who you are. Like I can't be a black man or change my age.
Right, I'm not making a race-based claim, I'm making a gender-based claim. So let's keep it there. Let's not go into race.
I'm just saying. I mean, what if I identified as a god? Would that make me a god?
Hey, I identify as a god.
You do identify as a god?
Yeah, I
Are
do.
you are you a
Ask my
demigod?
followers, do I identify as a god?
Or is that why you can change your sex because you're a god?
I it's a joke, obviously. I don't identify as a god.
Well, maybe you are a god
Maybe.
because you work magic.
That I do. Thank you so
Because
much.
so you've always felt like a woman, but it had to be more recently that you did like a transition, I guess you would say.
I started medically transitioning 3 years ago. Thank you for the hat. Yeah.
Do,
I
do
don't have
you
the hat with me, but I can still do the fake tip.
do you have lady parts on you?
I do.
You do? So, so you went through with it all then.
Yeah, I went through with it. I've got top surgery, bottom surgery, laser hair removal, HRT, but none of those are things that are required to be a woman.
I would disagree with that. I would just say if I was a man that felt more feminine, I guess I'd just be a feminine man.
Sure, you'd be a feminine man. I'm not a feminine man. I'm a woman.
Not a man.
So, is this your mother?
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Oh yes, yes. Here we go.
Obviously, she's your father.
What?
Is-
Obviously,
What do you
Here
identify as,
we
ma'am?
go.
I am also a woman.
Okay, okay. I believe you. I just is your name
Okay,
Adora?
why do you believe her but not me?
I guess I was raised with just fundamentals. Just if you look like a man
Fundamentals.
and sound like a man, you you probably are a man in my opinion.
That's it. Sound like
That's
a
the best
man.
you got is
I mean, if I run up on a duck and it's swimming and quacking, I'm probably gonna call it a duck and not a chicken. You know,
okay.
I'm
Caleb,
still.
are there men with high pitched voices?
I mean, there's some feminine men out there, but I can
That's not
still.
what I asked. That's not what I asked. Are there men with high pitched voices?
Yeah, but
Okay, sure. Are there women with deep voices?
there are a few.
Okay, so therefore, having a deep voice doesn't make you a man. Having a high-pitched voice doesn't make you a woman.
No, I would agree with that statement, but
Okay.
I think if you're born with male parts and you're able to reproduce, you have sperm cells in you, I think you're a male. If you're born with a
Yeah,
uterus,
male. We're not arguing that.
Okay, so we got to get to the very basics here. Do you understand the difference between sex and gender?
there is no difference.
Oh, gee.
Okay, then how come the definitions are different?
If a man is a man and a woman is a woman, there is no difference.
That wasn't what I asked.
Profound.
Yeah.
If you have no parts on you, you're a man.
Can you tell me the definitions of sex and gender?
The same thing.
No, they actually have different definitions.
Well, can you share your opinion of them with me? And everyone that's
Sure.
watching,
Sex is
should.
biological; it relates to like your genitalia, your chromosomes, etc. Gender is psychological and social.
It's not opinions either.
All right, thank you.
Well, who came up with that? Some Harvard study or something? Is that some scientific study they put out there?
Those are literally just the definitions.
The definition. Well, it's not the truth. When did these definitions come out? I
We've
believe.
recognized the difference between sex and gender for at least 80 years.
Well, we've been doing it wrong for a long time. So we need to
Sure,
go
we've
back.
done a lot of things wrong
We
for
need to
a
go
long
back
time.
to the old
And
ways.
now we're correcting it.
We need to go back to the old ways where people were happier,
What?
and we're not.
Can you
People,
tell me what those old ways were, where everyone was happier,
when men were men and women were women, and we pursued having families,
and when
and
trans people were in the closet?
we multiplied the earth like we're here to do. Like that's what we're all here to
We're
do.
doing that now.
Too much, actually.
I, trans people have always been here, right? Like we were just hiding because we were not accepted. We are happier now.
Statistics actually show a lot of trans people have sued their doctors and their parents, and there's been a lot of unhappy trans people
Can
actually.
you provide me that source?
I've seen it a lot. I've seen it everywhere.
Yes, sir. Can you provide me that source?
You want just one little article? Because you kind of have to go searching
No, I
if you
don't
want
want
the
one
real
little article.
truth.
I want a source.
If you want the real truth, you kind of have to search for it. But
Right, and that's what I'm asking you to do.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
you
sources. I'd have to go do my research and
yeah,
it
you
it'd
brought
take
up
me a
that
while.
trans people are unhappy.
They are unhappy. I mean, if you're gonna
Some
go
cisgender
change
people also sue doctors. That doesn't mean shit.
if you're gonna change your body, then you're not happy in the first place, right? Like if you didn't like your leg and you wanted to go cut it off, then you're unhappy.
Nobody cuts off their legs if they don't want it.
What would be the health benefit of cutting off a healthy leg?
I don't know. Maybe you want to be a mermaid. And you cut your legs off and you add a tail or
Would that be
something.
a health benefit?
What's the health benefit of taking medicine and changing your body? That doesn't sound very healthy.
If you are diagnosed with gender dysphoria, things like HRT and surgery can alleviate that dysphoria and dramatically improve quality of life.
I think it throws your hormones off. It throws your body out of alignment. And no pills are actually good for you. 0 pills are good for you.
That's
Everything
not
has
true.
everything has a side effect. Just because you might need them doesn't mean they're
Yeah,
good for
Tylenol
you.
has a side effect.
Yeah, it's not good for you, but
Not
some people take it.
everyone gets side effects.
There are side effects to everything you take. You literally can't take any pills without side effects.
You literally can take pills without side effects. But
Yeah.
I may have side effects from something, and Adora may not have side effects from the same thing.
Your organs have to process them, and you might not always realize what it's doing to you internally. Because
So
that's
you're
processing.
anti-medication.
I mean, if you don't need it, I wouldn't push medication.
Yeah, people
Some-
should take medication they don't need.
Right. And when you have dysphoria, you do need things like HRT and surgeries to alleviate that. It's different for everyone. Some people with dysphoria will only need HRT. Some will just need laser hair removal. But these are all ways of treating dysphoria. Dysphoria is a distress, a significant distress that affects you on the daily. It can have a huge negative impact. It can lead to high unaliving ideation rate. And things like HRT, gender affirming care in general, drop that unaliving ideation rate down by like 70%.
So it makes you. You're saying it makes you feel better, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's better for you.
Yeah, yes. I take antidepressants. They make me feel better. Therefore, they are good for me.
Antidepressants just cover up your feelings. They don't fix the true cause.
Oh, the
They're
true
fixing this.
cause.
You're. It
I
sounds like
couldn't.
it
Sure.
sounds
I
like
think that this nighttime lighting is nice.
sounds like you're treating symptoms, not going to the root cause of how you feel.
I didn't hear you.
It is treating the cause.
No, it's not. It's just covering up. It's just covering and masking how
Okay,
you
so
feel.
what's your solution then, Caleb? What's your solution?
For antidepressants,
No, for gender dysphoria.
I would say if you're unhappy, it doesn't mean you need to change your sex or cut
That's
off a
not.
body part.
That's not the claim.
That doesn't fix true happiness. Comes from within, not changing something external.
Really, you're just so dumb. Like, if you're truly happy, why would you put makeup on? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I honestly kind of would agree with you with that. I don't think makeup should be a big thing. I think we should be happy with who we are naturally.
Oh wow. So why can't you just be happy with who you are and then let other people do
I
things to
mean,
make you happy with who
you're
they are?
welcome. I'm as far as you individually, if you want to go do whatever you want to be happy, I think that's fine. Now, I think there's a system out there that is pushing this agenda and it's getting to kids, and I think that's where it's going wrong.
Giving to kids? No, because these kids that you're talking about, they have gender dysphoria, right? They are suffering.
And you don't have a solution to that.
I didn't even know what hooking up was or how kids were made until I was like 12 or
What does
13.
that have to do with
I'm just saying
anything?
kids shouldn't even be worried about, they shouldn't even wonder
Okay,
what gender I am.
worry. Like, what? These claims are just so fucking dumb. They're
These
not worried about it. So, like,
these seeds are
oh,
planted. They're
should I be
planted.
a boy or a girl? I don't know. People are giving me options. No, it's not like that.
These trees
They
can't grow unless
recognize that they have an incongruence between their sex and their gender, and it causes symptoms, distressing symptoms. And those symptoms need treatment.
these seeds are planted in these kids. I'm telling you, like if a
No,
kid,
they're not. As a mother of a transgender child, nothing was planted on her.
I think things happen to people to make them want to change things.
Nope. Where's your
And
proof?
I mean, I know a lot of there. I can't say some stuff on TikTok, but I think people things happen to them that they're a victim of that cause them to feel
You,
differently or want.
that's a huge claim. You need something to back that shit up.
I mean, I don't think a man, a
You
biological,
see how you just keep talking about, like, I don't think, I
well, then I'll
feel.
take the I
Like, you
don't
don't
think out of
listen.
it. A man, a young boy doesn't think he's a girl naturally. Now, some kids grow up in certain
I
environments,
found
and
out I
so
was a girl naturally. I wasn't influenced by the outside. I promise you. The influence that I received as a child was very masculine. I grew up in a patriarchal household. I was taught by society and indirectly through my parents that boys do not do girly things and that you need to be ashamed of any girly feeling that you have. I was not in any way influenced to be feminine in any way.
well, and that's great if you weren't, and that's what I'm fighting for. Is I don't want for this agenda to be pushed in school. I don't
Right,
think
and it's not.
any.
It's not being pushed, and you have absolutely no evidence that
I,
it is.
I kind of see it being pushed in schools. I see
But
people
it's
doing stories. I
What?
see
oh,
teachers.
stories.
Yeah, I mean
No,
it's wrong. These stories
people
are
are
planting
talking about
seeds.
pushing it in schools. We're talking about providing education. So when children do have an incongruence between their gender and their sex, they can recognize it.
But I don't think a child should even ever think about, I want to change this or I want to take this off or, I want breasts or as
Whether
a,
you think
Yeah,
that's a thing
it's
is a
happening.
thing.
I know it's happening and it's unfortunate because
Are
I
you
think,
aware that some transgender kids will try to do surgery on themselves?
and that's unfortunate. I mean, that's
Yes,
That's
horrible.
unfortunate. What's your solution to helping these kids?
I don't think just because someone wants to jump off a bridge, you help them jump off the
that's
bridge.
not. No, how is that comparable?
I mean, it is comparable because uh, changing your
No,
body,
child wants to jump off a bridge.
Look,
What
we
do
should
you
be
do to help that child?
we should be happy with what we are given. We are
What
blessed.
do you do to help that child? You need a solution.
Yeah, you can say we should be happy all you want. The reality is that some of us aren't, and something has to happen in order to make us happy. Like I was saying, some trans kids will try to do surgery on themselves. Obviously, that can't happen. We need to help these kids, and you have no solution.
Well, my solution is to be honest with them and straightforward with these kids. And I think if a child has a truly good masculine and good feminine influence in their life, I think
No,
that's where you start.
what? Because it's not masculinity and femininity. That's not what it is. It's an innate sense of self.
I don't think cutting a child's body part off is going to help that
That's not
child.
what's happening.
I mean,
When do you
honestly,
think
I
kids are
feel
getting
like
surgery?
that should be a crime.
When do you think trans kids are getting surgery?
I don't think anyone should get surgery unless they're at an adult. Their brain is at an adult stage.
That's not the question. Yeah.
When do you think kids should get surgery?
When they have a broken arm or maybe something wrong with them, like actually like life threatening, maybe you should go. Maybe that
Think of
would
the
be a case for
galaxy.
surgery.
When do you think transgender kids are getting things like
Never.
top surgery and bottom surgery? When
I
does
don't
that
know.
happen?
Aren't they getting it in their teens?
Top surgery can be 16 and up, generally speaking, and bottom surgery can be 17 and up, generally speaking. Is there pool lighting?
Yes.
But what about hormones? What about like?
14 years old for hormones.
I think that's kind of young. When I was 14, I honestly, until I was 25, I probably made a lot of decisions I shouldn't have made. You know, I think we don't mature a lot of times into
So
our like.
again, what if so we've been doing this for a long time. We know that things like HRT really help transgender kids. We have the success rate is just wildly high. So if you think you can do better, by all means, lay it on us. What you got that's going to do even better?
I think everything has already been done perfectly, and we're trying to change. We're trying to
Right.
change
The
things.
W path is damn near perfect.
My thought is we should
Thank
all
you,
wake up. We should wake up and be blessed and feel blessed, instead
It's
of
not
wanting to
about feeling
change. What is
blessed.
it?
So no, it's not about feeling blessed. So another mom of like a trans kid, and when you have a kid who has symptoms and has gender dysphoria, usually the first thing that you do is therapy. That's the first step.
Thank you for the Ferris wheel. Goodbye, Caleb.
Adios.
Guys, $80 cash out or a Ferris wheel to kick opposition. Oh, no one can hear me now. No one can hear me.
Better. I wish all my friends were taller.
Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? Please, guys, tap that screen. Let's get it up to 50,000 likes, and let's add another 100 shares right down here. If you are enjoying this, please give me a follow right up here. I go live twice a day, almost every day. Lately, 3 times a day. I'm not supposed to be going live 3 times a day. My therapist would be pissed. So yeah, if you are enjoying these, please tap the screen. Please give me a follow. 5% of all gifts are donated to charity. And if you would like to kick a guest, you can either cash up $20 or send a Ferris wheel. We're going to bring up the next guest right now. We are looking for opposition only. So if you are friendly, you are loved very much so. And I hope you will continue to watch. But please do not request if you are friendly. Got dark fast. Hello, Juba Juice.
How are you a woman, and what makes you say that you are one?
Hang on, slow down. How old are you, please?
I am 30.
Fantastic. I am a woman because I have an innate sense of self that says that I am one.
How does that how? What brought that
That's
what
how it works. So gender identity develops between the ages of 3 and 7. So your gender identity develops between 3 and 7. Abby's gender develops between 3 and 7. My gender develops between 3 and 7. At the age of 4, I recognized deep inside that I was a girl. Thank you for the hand heart. Thank you.
still it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say much because one day you just decided that you wanted to be a woman. Okay,
Nope.
and you're forcing
Nope.
kids
No
to
decision was made.
be medically.
Juba, I need you to understand this. Thank you for Mr. Orange. Thank you. I did not choose to be a woman. I simply am one.
Yes, you decided to put on a shorts that resembles what women wear. You decided mentally that you wanted to be a woman. You didn't
My
say
shorts make me a woman? No.
yes. You did choose to be a woman. It was a choice that you
I
made.
wear. Do you know why I wear these shorts? I don't wear these shorts because I'm a woman. I don't wear these shorts because I want to be a woman. I wear these shorts because I want to wear these shorts.
What woman live?
It's a choice. It was a choice because at the end of the day, if you wanted to be a man, one day if you decided that you don't want to take hormones anymore, you don't want to do anything that a woman does, you will do it. You will do so. Okay, you will choose.
If
You
I
will wake
stop
up
taking
one day
hormones, I
and
will still be a woman. If I get
no,
my
you will
implants
not
removed,
because
I will
what you
still be a woman. If I get phalloplasty, I will still be a woman. If I grow a beard again, I will still be a woman.
but that's not what a woman is. That's
Exactly.
no.
Nailed it. Good job.
No, a woman was born with all these things that you're forcefully putting into yourself to become one. You are transitioning. The word trans, what does the word trans, the prefix? It means you're transforming into something that you're
Nope.
not. Yes.
The prefix just means on the opposite side of.
No, it means, what is a transformer?
No.
What does
The
that mean?
prefix literally means on the opposite side of.
Transforming, turning into something that you're not. Okay? That's what it means. You are transforming into a woman.
Do
Because
you know what transgender means?
it means a man who decides that he wants
Transgender
to
does not mean
exist in
transgender
this
means a man,
world
guys.
as a woman.
Transgender means a man.
What about trans men? What about trans men? Just checking.
Well, they're men, so.
The opposite basically. It means
Oh, so
a woman that wants to be.
transgender does not mean man.
Yes, it means a man that decided that he wants to be a woman and a woman that
What about
decides that
trans
he
men?
wants basically a woman who decides to be a man. That's what it is.
Okay, so transgender does not just mean a man.
What does it mean?
It obviously doesn't mean a man.
You transforming into a man. You're a woman who has boobs. You decide to cut your boobs off. You have vagina. You decided that you want a penis instead. So you go into a doctor and the doctor did whatever he
Nobody
wants
here
to
had
do
their penis
and
cut
made
off.
you a false penis.
What are you talking about? Are you
Well,
good?
that's what medically happens, right? That's what
Yeah, but
medically happens.
you just. I'm asking you about like the meaning of words, not you trying to speculate into what their transition care looks
Not a
like.
speculation. It happens
Yeah, you're right.
when a woman
Sometimes that
wants to
kind of
be a
stuff
man.
happens.
When a
But
woman
not
wants
all
to be a
trans
man,
people
what
go through that
happens?
experience.
But when a woman wants to be a man, what happens? He goes to a doctor. He says, "Oh, cut my boobs off. I feel like a man. I don't feel like this belongs here. I like okay. I need a false vagina. Like even
Is that all
dildos.
they say?
They use dildos to basically feel like they're actually doing what a
No.
man does to a woman.
You're
You know?
not. You're wrong, Juba. You should probably look that up because
No, but you have to be
no.
no, you have to think about what really happens, not what you think it
Yeah,
happens. You want to brainwash us to believe
you're talking about what you think is gonna happen.
it's not what
And
I
I'm talking, and
think. It
I'm
happens.
saying that what you think is happening does not actually match reality, because trans men do more than just have something plastic. You know that, right?
Their boobs get cut off because they feel like it shouldn't be there. Mentally, they think this thing
Bro,
should
what?
be mental illness. It shouldn't be normalized because at the end of the day,
Why?
you're brainwashing children and you're literally trying to force kids to be injected with things that they don't even
Nope.
understand. You were
Don't
given
want.
the
I don't want
chance
to
to
force kids to
grow.
do that.
You were given the chance to grow on your
Dude,
own
but you're so far
mentally.
off base. Why don't
Mentally,
you try to
you're using
Can
your
we
ask
take
brain.
us what's happening rather than telling us what's happening?
Can you guys give us like one topic? Oh, it actually does too. Look at
No,
that.
because look,
Yeah.
at your age, you are given the
Can you
chance
like
to
try
grow
to have
mentally,
like
to
can you like
decide
try
what
to
you want
stick
to
to
be.
one subject for us? Just one.
Given the chance to think and choose what you want to be, but then you want 4-year-olds to be injected with things. Look at what's his name?
Can you
Uh,
choose one subject if you can go with
the
that?
little
Oh,
girl
look at
from
that. Yeah.
TLC.
Can you
Look at the
choose
little girl
one
from
subject at a
TLC.
time rather than running it? Because like we were
No,
just talking
but
about the
this is what
definition
it
of
is.
words, but now you've gone somewhere else.
But look at the little girl from TLC who was forced to
We end up with Jazz
become
Jennings.
a woman.
She
for no
was not
reason. Now
forced
he doesn't
to.
even understand himself.
That's not even true. What are you
He
talking
does not
about?
understand
Are you
himself.
talking
He
about
is like a
Jazz
She.
Jennings?
yes, Jazz
She.
Jennings.
Jazz
Yeah,
Jennings,
she.
who's very happy.
He's not
Jazz Jennings, who
happy.
knows exactly what she's doing. Jazz
He's
Jennings, who is very, very satisfied with her transition.
no, he's
That
not.
Jazz Jennings.
Imagine being at the age of 4, being told that no, you are a woman, you're a woman, just because his mom
That
doesn't
didn't
want him to be
happen.
gay. Yes, it did happen. Look at. Do you watch the show? I am an avid.
Her. You keep
I
calling
watched the
Jazz
show.
a him. I don't know a
I
him
watched the
named Jazz
show.
Jennings.
I watched the show, so I know what I'm talking about. This
It
is
seems
a
like you
You.
didn't because you seem to be acting like she's miserable and confused about herself
she
when she's not.
is. She doesn't even know
She's not.
herself.
She's very
She
happy.
she doesn't know
But
herself. She walks
she
around
literally
here
says she's
confused.
happy. How are you going to tell her that she's miserable when she says she's very happy?
Do you
She
see what's
doesn't
happening
know.
here? You're saying a bunch of stuff and you're literally wrong about all of it.
No, Jazz
So,
Jennings is literally
so
like a
Juba,
confused element. He
Juba,
doesn't
you
know
really
himself.
need to step back, figure out the actual facts, like come back with some real evidence, because literally
You don't
every
watch the
single thing
show.
you've said
You don't
is
watch the
completely
show.
wrong. And that's
Just
problematic, Juba,
no,
because
no, it's not
your
true.
opinion is misinformed, and because of that, you're spreading this misinformation and harming a community that is really
No,
struggling.
no, no, no. You're
So
lying.
maybe
That's not what is
stop doing what
happening.
you're doing.
I
You
cannot.
have an opportunity to stop and listen right here. I don't think you're going to do that. So what I'm hoping is when you drop here,
No,
you
no,
will
no. I don't
continue
hope because
to
what you're
listen
doing
and
is
learn outside
brainwashing.
of it.
You're brainwashing people. Look at Jess Jennings. This is the like Jess Jennings is
See, you're
what
doing it again. You're
Jess
saying that Jazz
Jennings
Jennings is not happy.
is
She is.
not.
She's thriving. Thank you so much. She's very happy
You yourself,
with
you're
her
not happy.
surgery.
You're here trying to convince
Hey,
people that you're a
Juba.
woman.
Wait,
What
hey,
does
Juba.
that mean?
Can I? Wait, Juba. Wait, I have to present you something. Would you take a tweet from Jazz Jennings herself from March 31st, 2023, where she said, "I don't regret my transition at all."
Do you watch the show? Do you watch the
She
show?
said it on a tweet like 7 months ago.
How do we even know that that's the her tweeting?
It's
I
her
watched the
account.
show. It doesn't mean she's the one who's tweeting.
Okay, her show
It could
happened
So
have
now
before the
you want
tweet.
proof? You didn't want proof before.
that's not a proof. The show is the proof. Look at
All
the way
right.
she moves, the way
Also,
mentally
shouldn't we
she
use the
doesn't even
most
know
recent
herself.
information? The show
This
happened
is what
before the tweet came out.
you're trying to turn everybody into what Jess Jennings is right
No,
now. Very
no,
confused. A little girl,
no, we're not.
like she himself, like she is a little girl mentally. Like
She himself? Oh my goodness.
she,
And we're the
I don't even know
confused
what to call
ones?
it. Like she's just
Her.
confused.
Her. She
She,
is a beautiful woman who does not regret her transition
yes, she is
whatsoever.
beautiful. She is beautiful. I don't take that from her. She is
And she
beautiful.
doesn't
Okay?
regret her transition. She
You
put a
don't
tweet
watch
out in
the
March.
show.
There's
The
an
mother
article from
forced it on
April that
her.
says she doesn't regret it. You're just steamrolling. She does not regret her surgery or her transition whatsoever.
The mother forced that transitioning on her.
No, she did not.
Literally.
No,
Jess Jennings doesn't
she
even know
did
whether
not.
she's coming or going. Literally. First, one day she's pansexual, the next day she's what? She's this, she's that, she's that. She doesn't even know
What?
herself. And you want children who are 4 years old
She
to
does
make
know
such
herself. She's a
decisions.
beautiful woman. She knows she's a beautiful
You
woman
want
who does not
people.
regret her transition whatsoever. She knows
She
exactly
does.
who she is.
She does. She does. She regrets it, but she can't say it because she has
She
people like
doesn't
you
regret it. If she
who
regretted it, she
ridicule
would
her.
tell that to the world.
She would.
She's one of the biggest known trans people in the world. If she
What does
regretted
that
it,
say?
she would be all over the place telling everyone, "I regret this. No one should be having this."
She
But she
does. She has
doesn't.
so many people on her back that she can't
Juba,
even
what
come
do
out
you
and say
know?
it.
Like literally, how do you know what Jazz is feeling beyond what she's said? Like, how can you possibly know?
The show speaks for itself. The show speaks for
Actually,
itself.
her
Okay,
tweets speak for themselves.
No,
Her tweets saying,
how
"I
do
do
we
not
know
regret this decision,"
the
speak for
tweet? How do we
themselves.
know the tweet is hers? How do we know that?
Because it's her Twitter account.
I don't know who's tweeting or who's doing what, but I watched the show.
Jazz Jennings
And I
on
observed
X.
her behavior.
Quote, "I don't regret
okay.
my transition at all."
Juba, what about the TikTok that Jazz Jennings made where the camera is facing her and she is saying with her own mouth that, hey, I am happy with my transition? Is that good enough?
No, because that's.
What? What?
Let me tell you something. This is a
What?
controlled
How is the
individual.
words coming out of
Okay.
her own mouth not good enough?
This This is a controlled individual. This is not an individual that literally just walks around saying, saying what
Okay,
she feels
Juba, if
or
you're
what
going to
she
make such
feels.
a wild claim, you need to back that. If she is controlled, give me evidence that she is controlled.
Why does the show not show whatever
Juba, I have
that?
a question for
Why
you.
does the
Was the
show not
election rigged?
show any proof? Huh?
Was the election rigged?
We're not talking about the election.
Are you
We're talking
American?
about Jess Jennings
Are you
and the
American?
show.
Are you
We're talking
American?
about what will it prove? We're talking about a
Are
subject
you
that
American?
basically we're talking about a subject. We're not talking about whether I'm American. What does my nationality have to do with anything?
All right, I'll let it go. I got a Ferris wheel. You have a good day.
Wild. Like,
Yeah.
if we're not going to go off of what she said on her Twitter and what she said on TikTok with the camera on her face with her own mouth, are we ever going to believe anything anyone ever says? Ever?
Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't know if she's American or not, but I don't think she was. But even if she was, she would definitely think that the election was rigged.
She also said in a tweet on the same day, since the moment I could express myself, I knew I was a girl. My identity as a woman was never placed upon me, and my parents didn't force me to transition.
Asking her if she's American was not racist.
Who's ready to sit here and air their grievances?
Hello.
Hello, Serotonin. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 24.
Fucking hell! I just got a huge cash app. Thank you so much. Holy fuck.
So I don't
Thank you.
I don't want
I
to
think that's
fight.
5 new kicks for Dan. Thank you.
I don't want to
Uh,
fight and, just I don't want it to get too negative or anything, but I was just going to say like how many times do you get misgendered? Like how often do you get misgendered?
Only on TikTok at this point. I
But
don't get
like
gendered at
why
all
would
in
people
person anymore. I
misgender
mean, people
you?
like I recognize that I don't fully pass, but people see my boobs and they're like, okay, now I don't know what to think.
But like since I was born female, I've never been called a him or sir or anything like that in my life. Like
uh,
I've never
are
had that
some are
issue.
some females mistaken for men, even
But
though they're
like
women?
why do you have that issue
Often.
every single day of your life
Do
if
I? Or did I
you're a
just tell you that I
female?
don't have that issue?
You don't have that issue?
Yeah, I just said that.
Not a single one of you look like
Yeah,
a
I don't get
female.
misgendered in
No.
person, only online.
She
Yeah,
just
she was just
explained
doing
that
a
to you.
transphobia. She's gone.
No, she ran. All right, guys, if you're enjoying this, please tap the screen. Let's get it up to 150,000 likes. Thank you so much for 87,000. We've only been on for 34 minutes, so 87,000 is fantastic for 34 minutes. If you're enjoying this, please give me a follow. I go live twice a day, almost every day. We are looking for opposition only, guys. Thank you so much for the cat paws. So if you're friendly, you are very much loved, and I hope you will continue to watch. But please do not request. We have 100 guest requests. Holy fuck!
Maxed out again.
Why are they telling? I can't read them from here. I have to sit down.
Hello, Jessenia. Jessenia. Thank you so much. How you doing?
Yeah.
You're off the app.
I'm sorry.
You're good. How old are you, please? You're off the app again. What's happening?
Are they trying to leave?
Jessenia, if you're looking to leave, I can help you out. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm gonna have to drop you one way or another in just a moment.
Next.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next. Someone just told me to not be defensive. No, I will continue to be defensive. Keep tapping away, guys. Wow, we blew past 100K. Damn, that was fast. Hello, Twinkle Toes. Twinkle Toes is my favorite Avatar character, so you better be cool. Hello?
The only one.
Okay. So like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
not cool. I gotta
yeah.
leave. Thank you so much. Or I guess I should say the person who says twinkle toes is my favorite character. Hello, how you doing, Don?
Yo, log on.
How old are you, please?
I'm 18.
Fantastic. What year were you born?
2001.
2001. All right. Oh, right. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, all
I don't
right.
know what that. No. I was like, no.
Fuck.
No, dummy.
I'm too automatic. I don't actually
I
process what
know.
they say. Hello, magnanimous. I work too many words.
Well,
Magnanimous.
I respect you. I'll call you she, her, whatever.
Okay, I need to know your age, though.
But I have a problem with your statement. I am a woman. Prove me wrong. What woman asked you to prove you wrong?
Okay, sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry.
I'm a
A
woman.
friend was distracting us. How old are you, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I am 51,
Fantastic. Okay, proceed.
and I'm American. I'm a woman, and in your terms would be called a cis woman, probably, which I don't quite agree with, but I can accept it. I know I know your definition of it, so that's what I say with that. Where I get is, I am a woman, prove me wrong. I think that is asking for hate speech, but I've
Yeah, I'm
never
asking for opposition. I'm
proved
looking
me
to have discussions with
wrong.
people that invalidate my community.
No one's asking for hate.
Yeah.
People can disagree with me without being hateful.
Well,
They're
I'm not
ignorant.
hateful.
They
I
can.
disagree with you, but I'm not hateful.
Okay. All right, fantastic. Then let's have a respectable conversation.
My question, I guess, another question, because one, I would never say prove me wrong to be a woman. They either accept me as a woman or they don't.
Okay.
That's a cis experience. That is a privilege. I don't have that privilege.
I can respect that. My thing is, if there was not the medical uh, intervention, then what?
Then we would still be women. We just wouldn't be able to get the surgeries and the medication. Trans men
Right.
would still be men. Non-binary people would still be non-binary. Trans women would still be women. We would just have less options at our hands, at our disposal to deal with dysphoria.
And affirm gender.
Okay. Okay. So, when do you think is the right time to have those interventions, sort of say? Because I can understand there's been some like suicide,
We can't use
unkilling,
the
and
F word on TikTok.
yeah. I'm sorry,
Yes, you
I
could say
I don't
self
know the word.
unalive.
You know what I mean? When they off themselves, I guess. I don't know.
Self-unaliving.
Yeah.
Self unaliving. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know all the terminology, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble. That's not what I'm here for.
Okay.
I partly want to understand because I have a friend that her son is a daughter, and
So it's a
when it started,
daughter.
Yeah.
yeah,
Your
her
daughter.
daughter. Well, I'm trying to give the whole picture. I mean,
You could just say that they have a transgender daughter.
Yeah.
well, I don't know if they even call her that. I know that when it
I don't much
started,
care what they call her. What I care is what she is, and she is their daughter.
that's what
And
I
you have
guess
a
she
question about that?
prefers. Uh,
I don't know why you're bringing up someone else's kid.
Yeah.
because I'm trying to understand it, so I can deal more. I'm trying not to be, I want to be respectful at the same time. I do think there's two sexes. Uh,
Don't forget about intersex people.
Right. And if you recognize there's a difference between gender and sex.
I put that. Uh, I still get all the stuff, and I think a lot of
Okay.
people
Yeah.
do. Uh, because I'm in the point that I don't think there should be separate places for clothes, separate places for toys, separate places for Because, as a girl, I played with pew pews, I played with trucks, I played with the
Okay.
Star Wars figures and all that.
Mhm.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with a girl playing with a doll and being all, cuddly
Okay.
with it. At the same time, I don't feel like it's wrong for a girl to want to play with trucks and get down dirty in the mud and play football and all that. I went to a school where
Those are
we
just
had a girl
girls.
that wanted to join the football team, and she had to go through all this fight just to play on the male football team because that's what they make it.
Yeah, as long as it's not silent, it's okay. Okay. What did you say about a football team?
Say what?
What did you say about a football team?
When I was going through high school, I had uh, she was a girl, she's a woman, didn't say anything different from that, and she wanted to play on the football team because she liked football, and she was
Okay.
good at it, and she had the capabilities to do it. She was strong enough and everything, and they tried to ban her from doing that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, so what
and
you're
she
referring
had
to
to go
is
through all
those are
these fights to be able to play on
stereotypical
the
gender
football
roles.
team. I don't think it's right. I think if you have the capability, if you're a woman, you have the capability to do the push-ups and do the work.
Can
You
you
should
hear
be
us
able to
like
do that.
talking to you?
Say what?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I
The
can hear
wind is
you.
kind of bad, and it cuts Mel out a decent bit.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I don't know what I said, but
It's always you, no. It's always you with the audio.
yeah.
um,
So, like, are we having a conversation
Magnanimous,
about
are you
trans
opposition? Are
people?
you here to say that I am not a woman?
Well, hmm. I would probably say that because you're saying prove me wrong, and a woman doesn't do that.
That's your reasoning? That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's getting bad. We can do here anymore.
Do you want to like step it in?
Yeah, we're gonna step in the door real quick. Let me rearrange a little.
But I also don't want to, misgender you or call you what you don't want to be called. I will respect that. So
One
that's
second.
what makes it hard for me to say that
Open that other door.
you're
That's you can leave it
not who
open.
So,
you
like,
say.
do you realize the conversation that we're having here?
There we go.
Sorry, we're just making some adjustments. We'll be right back.
So, the conversation we're having here, Mag, is that people are valid in their identity, independent of whatever you may disbelieve about their claims about themselves.
I nearly went into pool earlier. Okay, we're back, guys.
I'm guess what kind of argument are you trying to make? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure
The
out.
The
claim that I'm making is that
conversation
I'm a
that we're
woman.
having.
And I heard everybody come in here and call you a he and all that. And I mean, there's some. I mean, you've changed a lot where you do have more of a woman identity when people look at you. As far as the misgender, I get misgendered a lot because of my voice and also my name. I have a name that I recently found out in 2009 that in Australia they believe it's a male name. So when I
Okay.
was going to be in a host family and we just emailed and stuff back and forth, so all he knew is my name and age and stuff. And
But
he
the
thought I
point
was a
here is
woman
that there
because I
is
was a
no
male.
name that's for women. There is no name that's for men. There is no voice that is for women. There is no voice that is for men.
That's the point, yeah.
Yeah.
And just because she runs a background that says I am woman, prove me wrong, doesn't mean that she's not a woman. That's fucking ridiculous.
What woman says that though?
The reason,
Adora?
This one, the one
yeah,
over there.
I
This
have,
one?
unfortunately, because I'm transgender, I have to prove my womanhood, whereas cisgender women don't have to prove their womanhood.
Yeah, I can see that, and I don't think I'm
Well, that's not necessarily true, but
Right, but I think you understand what I mean, Jane.
yeah.
Based on why it's a topic. But I mean, that's your argument. Well, because it's your topic. You're not a woman.
uh, mm, I don't know. Be a woman. I mean, I man, it's
You
just
have
so rough
permission.
for me because I'm on a point that I like to be respectful, and I want to uh,
That's a good start.
provide you with a affirming type of affirmation. At the same time, yeah, if you were born a male, then you're born a male.
Jane and
And
Abby, take over real quick, please.
Right.
So, Meg, do you think that if trans people did not exist, there would still be people that were skeptical over the fact that people are women?
I don't think so. I mean, that's what we're trying to talk about right now, right?
Sure, but you
Like,
just
didn't type
admitted
it out, your life got it.
people assume that because of your voice that you are actually trans. So I'm asking you, like, do you think, right, that independent of whether trans people existed or not, that there would still be people that would sit here and not believe you when you say that you are a woman?
Yes,
Yeah,
because I think
so
people,
what this
especially in our
conversation is
phone
having to deal
conversations and
with,
stuff.
so what this conversation is having to deal with and what it's doing is that we're talking about people's gender identity irrespective of whether they're trans or they are cis is not wrong, and you cannot prove that someone's gender identity is wrong just because of how they look or how they sound.
I would agree with that. I mean, because well,
Yeah,
my whole
so
thought
you're a
is that
woman.
when they say that men can get pregnant, I really get off with that because I think that's
Are
taking
trans men
away
men?
Are,
because it's not true.
It is
If you
true.
go
Are trans men men?
transition to
are
a
transgender
man,
men men?
huh?
Are transgender men men?
No, not necessarily. If they're
Or not?
pregnant, they're not men.
Okay,
Okay,
That's
are
what
What?
I'm
trans
talking about.
women women?
If they go fully transition and they
Okay.
do
Oh my
everything,
God. I need a
then
drink.
yeah, they're a man. But
Oh
if
my
they're to
god.
be pregnant and say they're a man, they're not a man. They're a woman.
okay.
Mag,
What is a necessary condition for being a man?
Say what?
What is a necessary condition for being a man?
Having parts.
What?
Having parts. Having the penis.
Okay, so having a penis. Did you know that not all cisgender men are born with penises? Some are born without. Are they still men?
I don't know. I
You
wouldn't.
don't know?
If they don't. I mean, that's really low percentages. But there's something wrong.
Trans people are
There's
low
something wrong.
percentage.
There's a disability there.
It's not.
Oh.
What?
If they don't have a penis and they're called a male, then there's something wrong because that's what a male has. There's a disability
They're
there. Just
still
like
a
if
male.
a female had their uterus
Mag,
not working, there would be
Okay,
wait,
the
something wrong.
wait,
There
question
would
was
wait,
be a
not,
wait,
is there
disease.
wait.
something. Okay, stop. The question was not, is there something wrong with them? I did not try to get you to expose yourself in that way, but you did. The question was, are men born without penises still men? You failed that answer. So come on, let's do it again.
Do we know what necessary conditions are?
I would believe if you have an XY chromosome, you are a male. But how in the world are we going to ever
Now we
Oh,
say
get
yeah, yeah.
what
now
type
we
of
get
Okay,
sex
do we
some
next?
know what?
Yeah.
the
Please,
talking
please,
points.
please. Do we know what necessary conditions are, Mag?
Necessary conditions?
Yeah, like when I say what is a necessary condition to have a pancake breakfast? What is a necessary condition of having a pancake breakfast?
Have pancakes.
Right. So there would be, I could have the rest of it, right? I can have eggs, I can have sausage, toast, etc., etc. But if I don't have a pancake breakfast, if I don't have pancakes in my breakfast, I can't call it a pancake breakfast, right?
Right. You don't have pancakes. I would agree with that totally.
Okay. Okay. So when we talk about, so that is a necessary condition in order to have a pancake breakfast, right? So when we talk about necessary conditions, right, there can be no exception, right? Because I can sit here and say, well, a necessary condition for a pancake breakfast is to have eggs, right? And then there's an exception where you don't need eggs in order to have a pancake breakfast, right? Then it wouldn't be a necessary condition. Or at least it would be granted for exception. So when we asked you, what is a necessary condition in order to be a man, you listed off parts, and we have an exception to that rule, right? And here's the thing, every single thing that you're going to say right now, there's going to be exceptions, right? And so either it's going to be the case that you would consider these people to not be men if they don't have these conditions, or this is a necessary condition, but then you grant exception. And if you grant exception, I'm going to grant the exception that someone who is born female can be a man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Do you understand my point that, yeah, you can be a man, but you cannot say you're a man being pregnant because men do not get pregnant. They
Oh,
don't
right.
have
Trans
uterus.
men
Okay,
can get
so what
pregnant
are
and
the
are
things
men, so
here?
therefore, trans men who are men can get pregnant. So men can get pregnant.
No, they cannot. If you're
I would like
pregnant,
to
then
answer
you're a
Nate's
woman.
question.
Period.
What are they?
If they're not men, what are they?
They are women wanting to be men.
Oh, mother.
Okay, so
Wait, so what's the
now
requirement
what
to
is
be
necessary
a
condition for being a
woman
woman?
or a man?
That's
Think of
one
yourself.
thing. You have a uterus and you have babies.
I don't have a uterus.
Men cannot have babies. I don't care how
I'm a
much you say
man.
it. Men cannot have babies.
And some women also
So am
cannot
I a
have
man?
babies. What's your point?
I can't have babies. I don't have a uterus. Am I a man?
No.
Yep, yes so. Why
Well, but you
not?
just said that that was a necessary condition.
I was saying,
Again, exceptions, right? If you're going to say it's a necessary condition, but you grant exceptions, then it's really not a necessary condition. You have to find a condition that has no exceptions to it.
in biology, learn that the female produces an
You're right.
egg.
We're not talking about biology, we're talking about psychology and sociology.
Well, psychology, that would be put under, I'll say it.
Psychology and
It's a
neurology and
mental thing.
sociology in
And
terms of gender.
why are we
Because we're talking
trying to,
about
Hold
men
on,
and
hold
women,
on,
which are gender terms, and that would be under
hold on,
sociology, as opposed to male and female, which is biology.
hold on. Because she holds a position that gender is sex. So I'm going to ask you, what is a necessary condition in order to be a man? Without exception. There can be no exception. If we find an exception, it's not a necessary condition.
well, we're talking differently then. I'm talking female male.
Okay, what
I'm
is a
talking that
necessary
only
condition to
females
be
can have
male?
pregnancy.
What is a
Now, there are
necessary
some
condition to be
areas
male?
where they cannot, but that's not due for them not
Okay,
being a female.
Mag, what
It's
is a
like some male
necessary
cannot
condition
produce
to be
sperm.
male?
That doesn't mean they're not a male.
Okay, what if a intersex male, produces both?
Then they're intersex, and that's a whole nother ballgame.
But you would not sit here and call them a female or a male or just intersex. In fact, what oftentimes ends up happening to intersex children is that their parents choose one for them. On their birth certificate, they are assigned either intersex male or intersex female. So what is a necessary condition, okay, in order to be considered a male or a female?
Let me ask you this: you talk of intersex, and when the parents choose, how many? What's the statistics of that the parents have chose wrong, sort of say. So they
Does that matter?
it does matter
Why
because
does
then
it
it's
matter?
brought up. Oh well, you guys are not gonna, hear anything. Good luck to you.
No,
I
it's
hope you have a wonderful life
like
and
no.
you
I'm
please
asking
love
you why does
yourself
it matter? Wait,
and
Meg. The reason
continue
I'm
on.
asking you why does it matter is because what you're essentially positing is that somehow they got it wrong, right? And I would agree with you because those things are not necessary conditions in order to be male or female, right? And so what I'm arguing here is that you have no necessary conditions, or at least if you're going to say these are necessary conditions, you will have to, as a matter of logic, grant exception. And so if you're going to grant exception to these necessary conditions, what I am going to say is that in order to be a woman, you need to be female, but I grant an exception for males who identify as a woman.
So is that always just mental?
Is it always just mental? Yes.
Okay, then it's a mental thing. What and this is my whole thought. It's
That
like why the only mental exception to the rule is the transgender area. Is that there's no
no,
other?
I
Can you name
even
me
in
one
cis
other
people.
mental
Mag,
thing
mag,
that has
mag.
been
Even in cis people,
needing to be
even in
affirmed or agreed
even
to?
in cisgender people, it is a mental thing. I think that is the only condition that has no exceptions.
I love y'all. You have a good day. I don't know what to say.
You have a good one. Bye. We tried. We tried, guys. Love your jewelry. Thank you so much. This is Spencer's jewelry, guys. This is Spencer's. We tried.
Your Discord is so funny. Your Discord was making. We were trying to figure out what band album cover you guys were.
Oh my god, I owe my Discord a lot more than I give it, especially my mod team. I'm not pulling my weight properly for my mod team, and I'm sorry about that. I need to get that figured the fuck out. But yeah, my Discord is amazing. I love you all. Thank you. Guys, keep tapping that screen. Let's get up to 200,000. If you're enjoying this, please give me a follow. Hit that little red plus button right up there. We're going to bring up the next guest right now. So if you are friendly, you are very much loved. We are not looking to do a Q&A today, though. We're looking for debates. So friendlies, please continue to watch. Please do not request. $82 requests, guys. That is wild. 82.
Hello.
Guys, I think I figured out the secret to a high success topic, and that is a beautiful background. How you doing, Kelly?
Good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How old are you, please?
45 female.
45. All right. And am I a woman?
No.
Why not?
Well, can I ask something quick first, though?
Sure. Yeah. Go for
Why
it.
do you only have sub chat? Like, if you're looking for opposition, why can't everybody chat?
Simple. Money.
But I feel
Okay, that's not
like
actually why. I do it I go sub only to make things a bit easier for my mods, and my mods have a lot of work to do. I do it to make to make this live a safer space. There is no making debate spaces a safe space, but I can make it a safer space. So yeah, I do it for the money, and I do it to make it a little bit safer and easier for my mods.
I get that, but it's kind of unfair because if you're looking for
I'm not
opposition, and
concerned about being fair
I'm just
at
going
all.
by what I saw
I'm
before,
not even a
right?
little bit worried about being
Are you
fair.
here to tone police?
It's not about being tone police. It's about before when it was everybody chatting.
You're absolutely tone policing right now. You're telling Adora how to run her live.
No, I'm stating my opinion. There's a
Your opinion is
difference.
about how to run my life.
No, my
Yeah.
opinion is I would think everybody can have a say if it's an opposition because a
Kelly,
lot
are
of
you
the people that
transgender?
I'm not.
I have a new rule regarding tone policing. Are you transgender?
I'm not.
Then I'm absolutely positively uninterested in what you think about the way I run things.
You
You are
broke up.
welcome
I'm
to
sorry.
address the topic, but you are not welcome to address the way I run my topic. If any transgender person takes issue with how I'm running my life, you are welcome to come on up and tell me why what you think I'm doing is wrong. I do not care what cis people think about how I run my life.
Why? Can I ask why?
That's not what we're here to discuss. We are here to discuss this topic. You may discuss this topic if you want to. Nothing else is on the table.
Okay. Well, I say no. You are not a woman. Um, you might
Sorry, man. I
identify
don't
as
care
one.
about how I run my lives. Okay, why am I not a woman?
'Cause you that were not born a woman. You
Sure,
were
I
born a
wasn't born
male,
a woman, and
correct?
neither were you. I was
I
born a
was.
girl. We were both born girls.
A girl is a young girl. A woman is a grown woman.
Sure, yep. I was born a young girl, and now I'm an adult woman.
That's not how it works. You identify as a woman,
Do you know
but you are
when gender
not
develops?
a woman.
Do you know when gender develops?
I'm sorry.
Do you know when gender identity develops?
Was it 7, 8 years old? And
About,
mental?
yep, between the ages of 3 and 7. So
Yeah.
about then, yeah.
But it's all mental, right? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
how
where
you identify.
gender lies within the brain. Yep, gender identity lies within the brain.
Okay.
It's also
But you know
social.
what you said before, you cis women don't have to prove that we're women, right? But trans do.
Some cis women
Right,
do.
that's
No, I'm just repeating what you said.
Yeah, but we're talking about trans topics specifically, but it's true that some cis women do have to prove that they are women because of the society.
Okay. But like I said,
it's great
I'm
concept.
just reiterating what you said, right? So you don't see, I mean, I see a lot of these lives, right? And the same topic, prove this, prove that. I've never seen a cis woman on a live saying, prove I'm a woman.
Yeah, because that's not the that's not a subject that's going to get you clicks.
You broke up. I couldn't hear you.
That's not a subject that is going to get clicks. That's not a subject that's going to get very many people watching. This subject will get people
So are
watching.
you doing these live? Okay, so are you doing the lives to get clicks and get money, or are you doing lives to actually prove
I'm
To
that
doing
actually
these
you are a
lives to
educate.
woman?
reach people and make a change. Wow, thank you so
Yeah,
much. I reached
we use these
1.2
lives
million
to
people
actually
a week.
educate.
What? I'm sorry, you're
We
talking
use
over each other. I couldn't hear either one of you.
we we lose these. We use these lives to educate, but we have to reach as many ears as possible.
Okay, I heard clicks. So to me, clicks are views, clicks are money.
Yes, so
Everybody
the
gets
more
I
money.
people
also
I'm
who
not
pay my
watch,
against
bills.
it. I'm not
Kelly,
against it, but
you're translating like clicks into money, but that's not what we're saying.
that's what it
You
is. I
no,
mean,
it's not.
right? It is what it is.
But
Clicks is money.
the number, this number, the 2.5K, if you look at the top, that's how many people are currently watching, does not translate to money.
Nope.
Views are money. Gifts are
No.
money.
No,
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 I get paid
These are
approximately
not.
the same if I have 700
that
viewers as I
2.5K is
do.
not.
Yeah,
Gifts aren't money. So when people
The
give you
gifts are.
gifts, they don't translate into money.
The
correct. I do
gifts
Oh,
not get paid
really?
for views. I do not get paid for views.
No, I said the
Why are
gifts
you
that are
still tone
being
policing,
given.
Kelly?
I'm not. I'm talking to Dora.
I mean,
The
it
gifts
Kelly,
seems
that
a
you
lot
Yeah,
get
like
you're
you don't
still
translate
like that
into
people
money,
are
tone
right?
policing.
fucking Josephine.
Kelly, yesterday I shattered my record for most views and I made
And that's
significantly
great.
less money. Hang on, let me
Listen,
finish.
Mm,
Let me finish. I
okay.
shattered, absolutely blew my record for most views out of the water. Not just the most simultaneous views, but the most overall live views. I made significantly less money than my average live. Significantly less.
Okay.
So views do not translate to money.
That's not what I asked, though. I asked gifts. Gifts go and translate into money, correct?
okay, Kelly, it seems like you're drifting back into the whole thing about like trying to
No,
tone
but
police
you're
the
not
lie.
answering my
Yeah,
question.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because I need to. Oh, thank you so much, Shonda. Thank you. I need. Oh my lord, it's so cute. What's being said here is that what we're doing is trying to reach as many people. So you trying to be like, oh, nobody's running a cisgender background. Nobody's talking about it because nobody's going to listen. But this subject is people are going to listen. You hear that and you immediately think, oh, money. But no, it means that we're reaching more people. And that
But you're
is
also
good because
making
it's
money.
more
I
people.
mean, come on, a spade is a spade.
Kelly,
You're reaching people,
not
but
all of
you're
it.
also
No.
making money.
Kelly, do you know how long I've been doing this?
I
A year
don't.
and a half now. A year and a half I've been doing this. I didn't see a cent from TikTok for almost that whole year, for almost a whole year. Like there was nothing that I got off. I didn't get money off of TikTok. This isn't about money.
I didn't say it was all about money, but
Yeah,
you
but you're
are
making it
making
about
money.
money. You're making it
Because it's
about
a
money.
fact. It's a fact.
And
You're
what's the
making
and
money.
okay? And
I'm
what's
not
the
saying it's
issue
bad
with that?
because everybody
Kelly,
can
what's
get
the
their
issue?
money.
Kelly, what's the issue to that?
I'm sorry?
What's the issue to that?
I didn't say there was an issue.
Well, then why the
You're
fuck are you
making
bringing
it
it up?
into an issue. I made a
Why are you bringing it
statement.
up?
I
Why are
made
you
a
bringing it up?
statement because
I'm
I
asking you a
can. Because
question.
I can make a statement.
Okay, great. Can we talk about the subject then?
I was. But
Then
you
let's
guys
talk
You
about
want
the
to
were.
run around
subject.
in
Brought
circles.
money. Okay, I'm sorry. This is annoying. So you brought money into
I
this
am
because you want
annoying?
to say no. This is fucking annoying. You brought
Oh,
money into this because you want to undermine fucking Adora's
oh God,
position here.
please. Never.
No, no,
Never.
no,
I
please,
never
please,
came
because
at
this
it
is
in a
absolutely
no. I
ridiculous.
never came at it in
No,
a
this is
negative
being
way.
ridiculous.
I
No,
said
because you
gifts are
sat
money.
here.
So
You
do not
sat
take
here.
my
When you
words
moved
and
on to the
reword them
topic, you came
because that's what you're
exactly
not
back
Then
going
to
it's
to
having a
do.
irrelevant.
discussion
Then
about
it's
money.
irrelevant.
Because
It's
what you're
not
inevitably
irrelevant.
trying to do,
It's not
It's
because
totally
irrelevant.
inevitably
irrelevant.
it is
It's not
absolutely
relevant.
irrelevant to the topic.
Okay.
It is
It's not
absolutely
irrelevant. It was
irrelevant.
a
So
Okay,
do
statement.
it
you
is
want to
You
get back
irrelevant.
came
to the
on,
topic?
you brought me on
Kelly,
for
do
an
you want to get back to
opposition,
the
and
topic?
I'm making
So
a
Kelly,
statement.
do you want to
You're
get
gonna
So
make
back
a
to
I'm
the
not coming
statement.
topic
out and
instead of
telling you
talking
you're
about
Kelly,
wrong for
money?
your
Kelly,
beliefs.
Kelly,
Kelly,
So you can't
Kelly,
tell me I'm wrong for my
please,
Kelly,
beliefs.
let's take
Plain and
a
simple.
stop. No, Kelly, let's take a stop and actually let Jane speak to you.
I'm sorry. I was speaking and they're speaking over
Yeah,
me.
no,
So how
because
should I
you've been
stop?
repeating
Why
yourself.
should I stop when
Because
I
you've
was
been repeating
mid-sentence
yourself.
because someone's
Because
talking over
you're
me?
been
I was being
repeating
very
yourself. You know what? I'm
respectful.
gonna do the same thing that
I
you're
was
doing.
being very
I'm gonna do the
respectful.
same thing that you're doing.
I was being
I'm gonna
very
do the same
respectful
thing
and
you're
let
doing.
everybody speak
Because
that
this
was
is
speaking
actually
to me.
immature.
But
This is
I don't
really
think it's
immature,
right
Kelly.
that you're
Kelly,
talking
this is
over
really
Kelly,
me.
you
immature.
keep
Yeah,
bringing
because
money
you
into
aren't
this whole thing,
listening.
and I'm asking you to fucking
I was
stop.
listening.
You keep
No, you're
bringing
not.
money into this. Kelly, you keep bringing money into this, and I'm just asking you to stop because this isn't about how much money Adora
God
makes.
damn it, I'm
You
not a
know, if
sub
she's
anymore.
profiting off of the oppression that she faces as a trans person, good for her, but she's doing a lot more, which is educating the public about our lives. So I would appreciate if this conversation about money would just fucking stop.
You can unmute, Kelly.
I don't even think she knows that she's been muted. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, she's probably been talking the whole time.
You keep bringing it
Uh-huh.
up. I
You brought
stopped
it up.
you.
No. What?
I brought it up,
What?
but you keep
Kelly.
bringing it
Okay,
up.
Kelly.
Okay,
I'm
cool,
giving you
I'm
cool.
trying to
one
go
last
into the next
chance.
subject.
Then
Kelly,
let's
stop
stop.
talking. Stop. This is your last chance to get
Oh,
on topic. If you speak up, if you tone police or talk about money again, we're done. Last chance to get on topic.
Yeah, Adora, I was trying to, but they keep bringing it up.
then go ahead.
I said it once.
Then go ahead.
So thank you. But do you want to address your panel and tell them to maybe step back a
Oh
little
God,
and let
just
me speak?
continue
No,
speaking, Kelly. Stop.
I got
probably
a
not.
cash app to kick you. Have a good day.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Kelly.
please.
It was so nice to
Capitalism
have you
really
here.
popped
It
off
wasn't.
today.
Oh, kick
Thank
Abby
you so
out.
much for the cash app. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Whew. All right, guys, keep tapping that screen. Let's hit 300,000, guys. I know we can do it. Thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Let's hit 300,000 likes, guys. We're gonna bring up the next guest now. Please also give to my amazing panel. All three of them put in work every single freaking day. They deserve compensation for their time as well. If you can reasonably gift them. I always like to say, if you have to choose between a Starbucks coffee and gifting us, please choose the coffee.
Put all my coins back into the community anyways, guys, so
I think that my favorite conversation, like part of that, was the fact that she cried about money and then she got paid to get kicked out.
Yes.
Like capitalism's a bitch. My favorite saying, capitalism is a bitch.
I don't even think I could end Cash App to Kick if I wanted to now. Like, I don't even have a Cash App to Kick here, but people already know
Oh
what the
wow!
price
I think it's
is.
just.
And
I think the ironic thing is, I think she was farming gifts for
Wow,
you,
you brought
basically,
me
by
in.
complaining about them.
Oh, what's up,
Okay.
VJ? Or
Hey,
VG?
listen. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, guys.
I need your age first.
Oh, gotcha. Hold on one second, my guy. My
All
my
right.
girl. Sorry,
You're
I
good.
done
You're
fucked
good.
up. I'm an old
You're
guy,
good.
ex-military. But listen, I'm gonna tell you my story. When I first started with the whole TikTok thing, I'm super macho, super macho. But you know what I started realizing? A lot of people that gave me understanding and started listening to me were people that were identifying, you know, as women. And you know what? I changed my mindset. Listen, if you feel if you feel that inside and in your head and in your emotions that you're a woman, hey, you're a woman to me. Regardless of what you come equipped with, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That money
Fantastic.
thing she was talking about, yo, girl, fuck yeah, make money. Why not? Why not?
Thank you so much to everyone who sends me gifts. It is not
You do
lost on me how special this is. Thank you.
you do your thing, and like I said, I'm super uber macho, super uber macho. But I've gotten a lot of love, even when I wasn't real nice to your community when I started. I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, and I never erased those videos because they're part of my education, if you will. Okay, so but man, I got so much understanding and educated. All right, and I know a lot of people don't, aren't born the way they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But it's who you are and who you've become in your life and what you've established and for the type of person you want to be. Now that goes the same thing for if you're going to be a criminal or if you're going to be an honest person.
BG, I really love all the love. I love to hear about personal growth. That's fantastic. I'm so happy that you are coming around. That genuinely makes me happy. Um, but I am looking for opposition right now.
Oh,
Yeah. VG, I love you. Your language needs a little bit of work, but that's fine. We can get there. Language is something we can work on over time. Um, Regarding those videos, if they are harmful to the trans community, you may want to consider removing them anyways. But I do love hearing how far you've come for you.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, I can't give you opposition at this time because, like I said, I've changed my mind state. So you keep doing what
We
you're doing,
love you, Battle
girl.
Buddy.
Everybody in there, do your thing. Be you, regardless. Deuces. Love you guys.
Vet to
Love you,
Thank
vet,
you,
Battle
it's good
VG.
to
Buddy.
see.
I
It's good
mean
to
it
see
for
you
real.
grow
Thank you for
beyond
being willing to listen.
No worries.
vet to vet. It is really good to see other veterans like be able to move past shitty beliefs. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. I just stumbled across this, and I'm like, you know what? Let me, because even my kids tell me that, because they've seen my videos and stuff, and it's gotten good. It's gotten good. So,
All right.
all
You have a
right,
good day, VG.
love you, girls.
Also, Shonda in the comments, you're really sweet. Thank you.
All right, guys. I guess let's get some WVGs going in chat. I hate when that happens. I have to like quickly get off screen. 69 guests, guys. Nice. 69 requests.
Even the asexual person can recognize 69 as a good number.
Hi
Also,
guys.
Mel, I didn't notice you come in at first, and it scared me when I like looked down. I was like, "Oh, Mel suddenly there."
How you doing,
I'm a
Kyla?
little short.
Hi, how are you?
Doing all right? How old are you, please?
I'm 37.
All right, fantastic. And am I a woman?
No, you're not a woman.
Okay, why?
So in your mind, I think state of mind in science is what's getting misconstrued here. You could be whatever you want. I so appreciate that, and I 100% respect that. If you believe in your mind that you're a woman, biologically, scientifically, you are not a woman. I
Okay, so then
so
what would make someone biologically or scientifically a woman?
It would be genetics. It's also the definition of a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I was born a woman. I have XX chromosome. I am not, I have fought hard. We fought hard for rights as women.
Right, but
We've
our
also
fight is
endured
not
a
what
lot
determines
as
whether we're
women.
women or whether we're
Yeah.
trans or whether we're any marginalized group.
I respect what your state of mind says that you are. I am not at all discrediting what you believe in your mind that you are at all. I 100% think that if that's what you believe that you are, it's not my right to tell you that you're not. That I believe. I respect anyone. It
Kyla,
doesn't matter
Kyla,
what.
I've got a
I'm sorry,
question
what?
for you.
Go
I've got
for
a
it.
question.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a feminist?
Not even close to a feminist. No. I'm
Okay,
actually the
so
opposite of a
I don't know why
feminist.
we're bringing up like what women have fought for when trans people have been alongside women. Trans women have been alongside cis women fighting
Mhm.
for women's rights
You're
because inevitably
sidetracking
it
right
affects.
now. You're sidetracking something right now. Okay.
Okay, so do we
Your
want to get
state
into
of
the
mind.
biology? Do we want to get into the
Nope.
biology, or
I'm saying,
are we going to?
nope.
Because like you have no
You
necessary
can
conditions that you can
listen.
argue.
I don't judge you
I
for
mean,
who you
no,
are.
like
So I'm
you're sitting
confused.
here and like you're sitting here and trying to bring up the rights that feminists have fought for to try to invalidate trans people when
No,
you don't even
I
know the
never said
history
I
of
was a
feminism.
feminist. Excuse me.
Kyla,
Excuse
Kyla,
me.
you don't even know
X.
the history of feminism, so like
I
you want to
don't.
sit here
Okay,
and
I
bring
don't.
that up as
I
far as
don't
like
know
what
the
women
history
have
of
fought for.
feminism. Yep.
So
Okay.
so so
And you
then
do?
then we can talk
Why don't
about
you give
so
me a
then we
little
can talk
history
about
lesson then?
the
What is
biology.
your name
So then
and
we
what are
can
your
talk about
pronouns?
biology. So then we
Mm-hmm.
could talk about biology, and we could talk about how you have no necessary conditions to meet the female. There's no necessary conditions. Second thing here is that we can analyze the definition of adult human female. One, adult if adult human female is the one that you're going to have to go with, you have a problem here because then it would be a reference to someone's sex, and then when we that would mean it would be a biological definition. So ergo, 14-year-olds you would consider a woman, which nobody would here today in the United States. And then the last thing here is that, frankly, I find this obsession with objectivity to be lacking in the
Objectivity.
discussion.
I
You,
didn't bring up anything. Excuse me for one
you
second. If I could just take 1 second and interject.
so let
Okay.
me finish my
You
statement and then
deflected.
I'll let you
I'm
try to
sorry.
cook.
Excuse
I will
me.
let you. I
I
will
am
let you
here
try to
to
cook. Can I
oppose.
finish my
Okay.
last statement? Can I finish my
Oh,
last
your
statement? I'll
last
let you
statement,
cook.
which none of what
Okay,
you
my
said
last
made
statement
a
here.
stitch of sense.
So no,
Nothing that
my last
you just
statement
said
here. My last
was
statement
even,
here. So like my
it
last
wasn't
statement
relevant
here.
to
So
what I
like
said.
I just want to
It
finish my
wasn't
last statement, and I
appropriate to the
swear I will
conversation.
go on mute. I swear
I
I'll
think
go
you
on
should go on
mute.
mute.
I
I think you
swear
should go
I'll
on
go
mute
on mute if I can just make my last statement. Okay,
and
there
make
we
your
go. Okay.
statement. Nothing that you
Okay,
said up
so
thus far has
this
made sense.
obsession with
Mhm.
objectivity over
Objectivity.
sociological things is absolutely ridiculous and nonsensical.
Yeah. Okay. So in what platform and in what where on earth did that have any connection to me saying that state of mind and science are two different things? And you just went off on a tangent, which
State of
confuses
mind and
people.
science are two
Excuse
different
me, let
things.
me finish a thought. Why don't you let me finish one thought?
I this is the first time I said something. I was trying
I
to
am
figure out
a,
what the fuck
listen
that
to me.
means.
I am a 100% open minded human being, but you open a platform for people to oppose to what you are, right? I am telling you, I respect who you are. I respect this.
I'm telling you,
Whatever
you
you
don't.
are, whoever
You
in
know,
your state of mind,
you
let me
know.
finish, that you believe that you are a human being. You deserve human rights. It doesn't mean that because you're black, white,
Nice.
Oh
You got
no.
trans,
bare minimum. That's
gay,
cool.
lesbian,
Oh
whatever
no.
you are, that doesn't mean that someone can tell you that you don't deserve the same rights as a cis or whatever you call that, as someone, myself, who was born a woman. I
We know
am
what a
still
cisgender woman
a
is. You're
woman.
going
Let
you're
me
going on and
finish.
on and on here.
I'm going on and on and on. So, what do you want to do? You want to confuse people to the point that they don't understand your point?
That's
You're
what
so
you're doing.
open-minded. You don't even like the word cis.
You're
That's how open-minded you are.
overcomplicating a subject when in turn it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. That's
You're
what you're doing. You're
overcomplicating it.
shutting down people that are trying to simplify. You want to
You're
be a woman?
simplifying
Be a
it.
woman. That
Do,
doesn't
do you know
mean
what? Do you
you
know what
get
I
to
consider
go.
to be a woman?
Okay,
Do you know what I consider? It's real simple. If you have an innate sense of self, a persistent innate sense of self
I
that says you're
agree
a woman,
100%.
you're a woman.
So, what is the
That's it.
definition of a woman? What is the definition of a woman? Let's
There are
simplify
multiple
this.
definitions of a woman.
Right. What is a
Hi,
definition of
Kyla.
woman?
Hi. Okay. I'm gonna put a whole new tone on this
Nope.
conversation.
I'm asking you a
I'm
simple
fine. I
question.
know. I know. I'm
What
fine. I'm
is
gonna
the
answer it. I'm just
definition?
saying let's come down to where I'm at, and I can
Okay.
go ahead and talk to you about it.
Excellent.
So
Go
the
ahead.
definition I figure you're looking for
Hmm.
was adult human female. Yes.
No. Not that's not what I was looking for, but that's
What
fine.
definition?
That's true.
What definition are you looking for?
Well, a woman is a female, 100%. Yes.
Hmm. And an adult
Hmm.
and a human.
We are all human beings, regardless of
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah. No, all of
genitalia
those
we have.
things combined. All of those things combined, Kyla. Adult and human and female. Those combination of three things
Hmm.
makes you a woman. Yes?
Hmm.
Cool. Do you know what the definition of gender is?
I do actually. Yes, I do. Hmm.
Perfect. All right, let's hear it.
So, gender is something that is not scientific, but it's something that the hypothalamus creates in the brain. Regardless
Okay,
of what you
so
think, I actually do have a genetic background. So, I just want to say you're born with an XX or an XY. I know you've gone through this a
what are you
million
talking
times.
about? Sorry, Kyla, we're having a different conversation. So let's.
This is where you confuse the
No,
normal,
that's why I'm
like,
going with you slow. That's why I'm going with you slow.
but
There's
it's
nothing
not
confusing.
about being
There's
slow.
nothing.
Do you
There's
understand this?
nothing confusing here, Kyla.
Okay.
There's nothing
All right,
confusing.
keep going. Now you're going to tell me that a female and sex and gender, they're all different, right?
They
Like, this is
they're
where you're going to say
they're not
sex
entirely.
and
They're
gender
not
are different. My sex and my
Kyla.
gender.
Kyla.
Like, go
Kyla.
ahead. All right, go. Hmm.
Gender,
This.
by
Hmm.
definition, this is Oxford Languages,
Hmm.
is of the two sexes, male and female, but specifically when in reference to cultural and social differences rather than biological ones.
Hmm.
So in this case, female
Hmm.
would denote not just biological, but also social and
Hmm.
cultural. So for in this case, you're talking about biology. What the claim that is
No,
being made here is a sociological claim.
you're
We are
misinterpreting what
culturally.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not.
you're
I'm not. No, Kyla, Kyla,
overcomplicating.
Kyla, Kyla. I'm not debunking what you're saying.
What is
I'm
your
not
first
disagreeing with
name? Just
Kyla.
please,
Kyla.
I just would just tell me your name.
Let's
What is your name?
Andy. So let's. I'm not
Andy.
saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm giving our stance. What I'm explaining the claim, not that what you're saying is wrong.
Mhm.
So for in this case, gender cites female as cultural and social.
But
So
why
from a
do we
cultural and
care what
social standpoint,
anyone else
Kyla, give me a
thinks?
second.
Okay,
Kyla, give me a second, love. Give me a second, love.
it's overcomplicating it. It's
It's
so
not. It's not.
overcomplicating
Kyla,
something.
it's
It
not.
is.
Kyla, it's
It
not.
is.
So Kyla, let's chill. It's okay.
Okay.
The definition of gender cites that male and female are cultural and social.
Right.
So from a cultural and social standpoint, based on the definition of female, which is or woman, which is adult human female, that would mean that culturally and socially trans women would be female, which would make them adult human females. This is not a biological claim. We're
Hmm.
not making a claim based on biology. We
So
know
it's
what our
state of
biology
mind
actually
is my
is.
point. It's state of
It's
mind.
not just a state of mind. It's not just state of mind.
What is it then? If it's not biological and it's not
Cultural
science, and
and
you're
two, three,
telling
four, five.
me you're overcomplicating this. I
I'm not.
think
I'm
that
not, Carla.
here's the
I'm not.
thing.
I'm not.
Listen,
If you drop the argument that you're trying to make and just actually listen to the stance I'm making and understand that I'm not trying to counter you, I'm not trying to contradict you. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to talk about why it is that we make this claim. It's not complicated. It's just from a socialized perspective, which is still a science, that's sociology, but not a biological one. We're not making a biological claim here.
I'm not at all suggesting that you are.
And I'm
I'm
not saying that you are.
suggesting,
I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are. It's okay. I'm not at all saying that you are. What I'm
right.
saying is that, to be very clear, we're talking about social and we're talking about cultural, not
I
biological.
Okay. So I am in support of whatever that you want to be socially and whatever you want to be sexually is what you want to be gender, what you want to be. I don't understand why you feel the need to push this on other people to believe who you are. Okay.
You
If
can believe
I
what you want,
believe in
Tyler.
my heart, excuse
You can
me
believe
for
what you
one
want. You can
second,
believe in what you want.
if I believe that I am a cowboy or I am a frog, it I don't have to convince the rest of the world because I am strong in my identity. I'm
Tyler,
strong in who I am. I don't have to run around to the
I
world.
have to,
Let me
Kyla, I have
finish.
to. Kyla,
So then why
I
do
am
I
strong
have
in my
to?
identity. Kyla,
Why does
I
it
am strong
matter?
in my identity. I
If
am
you
very
were,
strong in
then
my
you
identity.
wouldn't be trying to confuse the world when
Nobody's
the
confused.
fact of the matter
Kyla,
is
nobody's
your
confused.
brain, your
Nobody's
state of
confused.
mind, let me finish.
Nobody is
Your state
confused.
of mind
You're
does not
telling me that
match.
I'm not strong in my identity,
I never said
but
that.
I am.
I'm
But by
saying
you
I'm
saying that
strong in
you
my
don't need to talk
identity.
about it because
I
you're
said
strong in your identity implies
I
that
said
Adora
I'm
or
strong in
myself
my
who talk about
identity.
this, or Abby or Jane, are
Okay, so
not
why don't
strong
you
in their
let me
identity.
finish my sentence
Because you're
so that
making
I can
implications about us. You're making
I'm
implications
not
about us.
making any implications
How
about
are you
you. I
not? You,
support this.
Kyla, how are you not making implications? By you saying, I don't need to
Shutting
tell other
someone
people,
down from their
but you,
speech
I'm trying
when
to
you
point out
open a
because what you're
platform for
doing is
them to
harmful.
speak
What,
does
Kyla,
not
I
make
want
the
you, Kyla,
situation go away.
genuinely, please, just listen. Genuinely.
hmm
By
Yeah.
you saying, if I identify as a frog, I don't need to come up on a live and tell people about it
No.
because I'm secure in my identity, implies through that language that people who come up in lives to talk about their identity are not secure in their identity.
No, I'm simply suggesting, and can I finish the sentence without you
Yeah,
interrupting?
sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm simply suggesting you are overcomplicating a situation where all of you are beautiful human beings and you are beautiful in your own way. And someone like myself or someone that's out there that does not agree with this doesn't matter. They
Incorrect.
don't
Women,
matter. Do
women
you want to
belong in
know
the
what
women's
matters?
restroom.
Hold on, Jane. Hold on, Jane. I need her to like actually get through her fucking point so that like I can prove her wrong because she's
You're
wrong on
not
this.
going to prove me wrong because
I
at
am.
the
I'm
end
gonna
of the
demonstrate to you how
day,
you're wrong. I'm gonna
it,
demonstrate to you how you're wrong in a
okay.
moment. But go ahead and finish your
So
point.
let me finish my point. State of mind, and this is where the majority of society is having a disconnect with you and in your entire movement, right? They think that this is a state of mind. They don't think that this
You're
is,
wrong.
nope, I'm just,
You're speaking for everybody right now. Speak for you. Don't speak for everybody. Speak
I
for
will
you.
say them
Because
myself. I believe,
not everybody believes the same thing you believe.
okay, and I'm not at all suggesting that they do,
But
but
you
the
just did.
struggle, well, I am saying from a heterosexual person that was born a woman that is seeing what is happening in the world right now with your movement and you're trying to win your language in the way that you try to describe this on a live is very difficult for a layman to understand. There's a lot of lingo that is involved in this that the normal person that is living a life married to a man or married to a woman is struggling to understand. So it's not
Okay?
that everyone disagrees. It's that
Tyler.
you're overcomplicating it with
We're
this
not overcomplicating it.
misgender, binary, this. There's 1,000 different things that we were not raised with.
Let's slow down.
And that does
Let's
not
slow
mean
down.
at all that we don't
Okay, can I prove
support
to you
it.
that you're wrong now? because you're on a monologue. You've been on this for ages, and you made a claim literally like 5 minutes ago that's completely incorrect.
Okay, so tell me 5 minutes ago, what was the statement
You
that
have
I
to
made?
claim that other people's beliefs and what they do don't matter. That bit. Let me tell you why you're wrong, because I will tell you now. I am very secure in my identity. I get he and him and man and all of that shit all the live long day. It changes absolutely nothing about my current
Good for
state or
you.
my existence. I
I
don't
love that.
care. I don't
Amazing.
need other people. I don't know why I don't need you to say that. That's not for you.
It makes me feel better to do that. So who are you to tell me not to do that? I'm sorry.
I'm not here for you to like feel better because like I don't need people's validations to feel
But
good
you're
or
on
to
a
know who
live
I am.
trying to get
I'm not done.
opposition.
I'm not done, Kyla. Because I'm
Okay.
proving,
Okay.
because if you just give me a moment to prove you wrong,
Prove me wrong.
then stop interrupting me.
Deal.
Cool. So I don't need it. However, do you know what the self-unaliving rate among trans people are? Don't worry, I'll tell you. It's
It's about
42%.
42%. I know the
42%.
numbers. Right.
42%.
I know the
Do you
statistics.
know
Thank
what
you.
the number is for trans youth? For those under the age of 18?
I do not.
56%.
Mhm.
56% of all trans youth attempt to not be here anymore. And here's the obviously those studies are like, why? Those are drastic numbers. Those are frightening numbers. Those are
Do you know the
scary numbers.
statistics of a
I'm not done,
heterosexual?
Kyla.
Mhm.
Those are scary, scary, scary numbers. So we ask ourselves, why do more than 1 in 2 trans youth attempt to not be here anymore? Why do almost 1 in 2 try to unalive themselves? Well, the
Mhm.
answer, honestly, those studies go on to say is societal rejection. It is rejection from their family, rejections from their communities, no belonging at school, and interpersonal microaggressions. Those are what causes those rates to be as high as they are.
It's
So
horrible.
I don't need the validation. Adora definitely doesn't need the validation. She's fucking
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Right.
Abby doesn't. Jane doesn't. However,
What about like just being a human
there are
being?
many
What about a
trans, there are many,
human
I'm
being?
not done. I'm not done.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
There are many trans people who, who's literally, it's life and death. Unequivocally, undeniably, there's nothing else to say about it. So while yes, I think that you should have the right to believe what you want, do believe what you want. If you don't think I'm a woman, I don't care. However, for some, it is literally going to cost them everything.
Mhm. And that breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart because it truly does. At the end of your life and at the end of everyone else's life that doesn't believe that what you believe about yourself, none of it matters.
And
That's the
no,
problem.
you're incorrect. You're incorrect.
You're putting so much emphasis on
You're
other
incorrect.
people buying into who you are. It doesn't
Kyla, did
matter.
you miss the part? Did you miss the part where I said it does?
It, but where
Did
does
you
it
miss the
matter?
part where I literally proved you wrong?
No,
I
you
don't
just
need
said
it.
that
I don't.
statistics
Kyla,
of
Kyla, Kyla,
unaliving. Like,
Kyla.
I get it. I get it's
Kyla?
hard.
Do you think I'm a man, Kyla? Speak
I think
honestly.
you are whatever you
I
want
don't
yourself
speak
to be.
honestly. Speak fully. I don't need your liberal nonsense. Speak honestly. Speak fully. What your
Okay.
actual belief
I
is
am
about
so
me.
not a liberal, so you need to be
It's a
very
joke. It's a
cautious with
joke.
that statement. Yeah.
It's the playing the gentle words thing. That was a joke about liberals. I don't think you're a
Mm.
liberal.
Yeah.
What do you actually
I
like
believe that
your
you are
full and
whoever
true
you
opinion? Do you
want to
think I'm a
be.
man?
I don't think about you enough or your sexuality to
I'm
care.
at. It's my sexuality has nothing to do with this.
I
Okay.
got
Do I
cats
think
after
you have a
kick. You have a good
penis?
day,
Yes.
Kyla.
I think you have a penis.
Thank you
100%.
so much for
Bye.
actually speaking. I actually hate that she was Cash App because like I was right there. I was right there.
I think she missed the part where you proved her wrong.
She did miss the
Just
part.
saying.
Emperor.
I need to come up with a better system for the cash apps. It can't just be at any given moment. Maybe I only do cash apps when I'm the one who's who's taking
No, and even then
the
you're gonna
topic.
want you're gonna want certain conversations.
Yeah.
So what I did on my lives was I have a little tiny little like blurb that says Cash App. You could even just put like a Cash App emoji, and then oh wait no, but you don't really use something like that unless you want to switch back, or you could put it like a Cash App emoji at like your just above your I'm a woman, and switch to that as a background when you're open to Cash Apps. But then you might
It's not
forget.
a bad idea. I've done something similar to
Or
that in the past. I can probably do that moving forwards.
or
But
another
nonetheless, I
thing
do want to say to the person who did Cash App, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um,
or
please do
or
not take
another
this as
thing
a
that you can do.
criticism.
Sorry. Or another thing that you can do is like if there's an important conversation being had, like leave it up to the individual person to decide when to kick. Who's having that conversation with them.
It's not a bad idea too, and then I can offer a refund if the person is upset that I went too long.
Bro,
I'm always happy to offer refunds for kicks, guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm nothing's going to change right now, but I do need to modify my Cash App to kick because we've ended a lot of conversations that really should have continued, and right, I gotta get it figured out. I will. I'll get it figured out, guys. I promise. Everyone else, keep tapping away. Let's get it up to 400,000 likes. We are going to bring up the next person now. If you are friendly, you are very much loved, and I hope you will continue to watch. But please do not request, as we are looking for opposition only. If you are enjoying these conversations, please give me a follow right up here. I go live twice a day, almost every day. Please also follow my amazing panel. Follow and gift my amazing panel, please.
Someone DM'd me
Everybody.
and said we're whacked. So yeah, someone DM'd me and said we're whacked the fuck out, as if I've said anything since I came back from being kicked off the live from Snapchat.
Oh my God, Bestie, you're
wow,
here.
Abby,
Hi.
Dakota.
I had to
How's
go
it going?
touch grass and commune with
Soda
nature.
on Maine? Oh,
Hello, Chelsea. How you doing?
Hi there.
How old are
I'm
you,
doing okay.
please?
What'd you say?
How old are you, please?
Oh, 31.
31. All right. And am I a woman?
I don't believe that you are a woman.
Okay, why not?
Okay, so other than scientifically, I've been sitting in this room a while listening, trying to understand and get a better grasp. So other than the scientific, which y'all are saying y'all not going off of that, cool. So then there's the social side, which is my understanding is like the definition is in the Oxford Dictionary that it's a social construct. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, gender is
It
partially psychological, partially social. Thank you for the hand heart.
Okay. Okay. So, which kind of gets me to my next point, and I say this meaning no disrespect, but socially, y'all are not accepted as women.
Your point?
Socially, y'all are not accepted as women.
Do you understand
Like
what
it's a
social
social
constructs actually
construct.
mean?
I think that's kind of the point, right?
You understand what social constructs mean?
Yeah, like it's systematically, that's how it's set up. Just like any other, evil out there, right?
So so when we talk about like what it means to be goth, right? Is it a necessary condition? Is it necessary for everyone to believe that you are goth in order for you to be goth?
I don't know anything about being gothic. What does to be gothic mean?
So like I mean we can get into it. Listens to Evanescence all the time, puts black eyeliner on all the time,
I love
Um,
Evanescence.
yeah. Um, like we can talk about like all of these stereotypes, but like, and it's largely these social constructs are largely dependent upon the community that you find yourself in, right? So like another example is like what does it mean to be cool? Because cool in of itself is a social construct. So like, are you cool
Feeling
everywhere
being
you
cool.
are when you get acknowledged as cool, or is it like only in certain areas, certain spaces, certain places where you'll be acknowledged as cool, or certain people?
I mean, I am whatever I am. I guess it depends on the audience, but the way I see it is I'm a woman, but do I see, you as a woman socially? No.
I
And
mean,
and it's I don't mean it
we can get into
disrespectfully.
how it's
I'm just being completely honest with you and open.
we
And
can get into like
it
real
says
quick.
I am a woman. Prove me wrong. Socially, I do not see you as a
What would
woman.
be the
And I think
necessary
there's a lot of
condition?
other people
So
who
wait,
feel the
wait. What
same
would be the
way.
necessary
But that
condition
doesn't
to
mean
be
that we don't care
socially a
about
woman?
you or want to hurt you or think that you're
So
not a human being.
hello, hi. So what would be the necessary condition to be viewed socially as a woman?
I don't know, but I don't think it means that we hate you because we don't feel like you are a woman, though.
So then you
I
have no
think
condition
I
to
think there's
be
people
argue.
for
So you can't.
everyone.
So
I feel
wait,
like y'all
wait.
found y'all
Hello,
people.
hi, hi. So then you can't sit here and say for certain why Adora is not a woman. So you
Well,
have
I
no
can say why she's not
justification
to
for your
me
belief.
or to many other people that feel the same way socially.
But you have no justification for your belief.
Yeah, it's the genetic side. That's our
So then you
justification.
have
It's the
no. So
science
then
of
you have
it.
an you have an irrational
I don't know.
position.
I guess it's like the 7 days that I'm on my period, or the 3 children that I pushed out of my vagina. I mean, there's an endless list. And like I said, it's not being said in a disrespectful way. That's just my belief.
So giving birth is social, or is that a
No, but
biological
genetically
process?
being socially, I do not believe that Adora is a woman.
Why?
Because genetics. That's why, like that.
Is
You
genetics
keep asking me
social?
that, and like I'm
Is
saying it
genetics
in the nicest way,
social?
but I do not
Wait,
believe.
Chelsea, is genetics social?
No, socially, I do not believe it
Is genetics a social construct?
is a social construct for me to believe that someone who is not physically a woman
Please
is a
engage with the
I'm
woman.
question,
trying here.
Chelsea.
I can't
Please
with these
engage with the
ridiculous
question.
comments.
I'm not understanding the question.
Okay, it's okay to say that it's 100% okay to not understand the question. Just ask for clarification rather than giving an answer that's not related.
Yeah, no, what do you mean
So
by
do you
social
understand the
construct?
principle of distinction between like the hard sciences and the soft sciences?
Like the chromosomes, or I mean, come on,
No.
break it down for
So
us. I mean, educate.
when we talk about social construct, what do you think that entails?
All right, whenever I think of social construct, I think of like the women who back in the day couldn't vote, and like socially we weren't um allowed to have a lot of other rights. I think about like Salem witch trials and the hardships of being the women.
Sure. So
Like
those
back then,
ideas
that
that
would be like, to
surround
me, that would be like kind of a social construct. That would be something that
right.
was like socially constructed,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So like those are ideas that surround our beliefs about people of a particular gender, right? Whereas if we
Yeah.
were to talk about someone who is female, we would talk about how all five of their sex characteristics align with what is seen in females, right? So they produce ova, they have a vagina. Their hormone profile shows that their estrogen is higher than their testosterone. Their secondary sex characteristics are female, and their neuroanatomy is female, right? But like those are the facts of biology, but what gender actually is our ideas surrounding sex as opposed to sex in of itself. So like when you brought up like women shouldn't be able to vote, right? Those are ideas that surround uh, people we ascribe to being female, right? And those are the ideas that surround that as opposed to the sex in of itself. Do you get that distinction now?
I kind of see where you're coming from, but I don't feel like it's the same thing. I can see how sex
Okay,
can
so
create a
it's
social construct. I get
wait.
that. How
So
how gender can
does
create a
everyone
social
know
construct. I
does
get that,
everyone
but
does
I don't
everyone wait,
personally feel like it's the
wait.
same thing.
Chelsea, does everyone know what your chromosomes are based off of sight alone? Or do people make an assumption based off how you look what your chromosomes will probably be?
I mean, for me personally, I'm like 1000% sure that I'm a woman. I mean, do I need to go get tested though?
But according to you, yes, because you don't know whether or not you're chromosomally male or chromosomally female, but that's besides the
No, I'm
point.
pretty sure of it because genetically I was able to have children and I have a period every month. Like, I do know that for
Okay,
certain.
there are cis women who have XY chromosome who still have periods, they can still give birth, etc., etc. So like when we talk about like these characteristics, right? At most we only have access to your secondary sex characteristics because I'm not looking at your vagina, I'm not looking at your chromosomes, I'm not looking at your hormone profile, and I'm not looking at your neuroanatomy to determine whether or not you are a man or a woman. I look at you and I make certain assumptions about you based off of how you look.
I don't know. Do you assume that I'm a woman?
Yes, I
I
assume that you are a woman.
But
I
if
appreciate
you were
that.
karyotyped and it came back as XY, would you still be a woman?
Oh, XY?
Mm-hmm.
If it came back as XY, would I still be a woman?
Yep.
That can't
Isn't that the
happen.
male chromosome?
Yes. There are some
But it wouldn't come
biologically
back as
female.
that. Like, it wouldn't.
There, that does happen. That's called Swire syndrome. That does happen.
So those people are able to have children
With medical intervention, they can have children. Yeah.
with medical intervention, but not like just naturally. It's not like a
Yeah. No,
natural
they have
thing.
natural.
Sometimes
A
there's
They have.
C-section is
there's like
medical intervention.
things that go
Yeah.
Yeah.
sideways, right?
No.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you if you got karyotyped and it came back as XY, would you still be a woman?
No, that's the male chromosome.
We're sisters, apparently.
Well,
so
that's not
people with
Oh, and
Swyer
Adora, my
syndrome.
aunt now I could go with Adora being my aunt.
So
So
people with
really,
Swyer syndrome are not women.
Wait. I cannot. What was just now said?
So you were asked, people with XY chromosome, would they still be women? And you said no. And so what I said is people with Swyer syndrome, they are not women.
They have a syndrome. There's literally a medical condition for it because it's an oddity.
But we're
that's not
talking about
that's not
necessary
It's not
conditions.
natural. That's why it's a medical condition.
Chelsea,
Let's
you've
get
it is
let's
natural.
come
There's
on,
nothing
y'all. Come
first
not
of
on.
all.
natural about that.
So first
Look.
of all, you're
I'm not gonna
using
look. You asked me,
you're
proved you wrong. You're
engaging in a
not a
fallacy
woman.
right now. So first of all,
On a
just
scientific level,
anything that
on a
happens
social
in
level,
nature,
you're not a
anything that
woman.
happens.
I
Oh my
love
God!
y'all. Y'all have a
Hello,
good night.
hi, bye.
Sleeping.
Not Chelsea
You running?
literally like just being like, nah, I'm a not. Nah. Oh, it's not her muting and just sitting there. Oh, there you go. She figured it out.
Seriously, because I know that if I was karyotyped, like right now, and it came back as XY, my identity is not changing. I'm
Wait, what?
still, yeah.
If
Sorry.
I give myself a
Never.
karyotype and
Join
I
the
come
fan
back
club
XX,
now.
I'm gonna give everyone the fucking middle finger.
Oh man. Could you imagine? They would lose their minds.
Yeah.
It's so kid. They would be like
Yeah.
baffled, absolutely baffled.
Thank you,
All right, what do you
Sam.
guys think? One more?
Yeah.
What do you guys
One
think?
more
Yeah,
time.
ask Nate if they're going live.
4 more years.
4 more
I
years.
just got the popcorn and
4 more
everything. We have to do
years.
one more.
All right, one more. One
I
more.
just got my oat milk. We'd have to do more.
We have
Okay.
to do
All
more.
right.
We have popcorn oat milk.
Everyone tap that screen. Let's get it up to 400,000 likes. If you are enjoying these conversations, please give me a follow right up here. There's a big red button with a little plus in it, I think. If you click that, you will see more of me, and that would be amazing.
It's not
For some of you.
there, so
Some of
I
you would
can't
not
let
like
it.
that. Please also follow and gift my amazing panel. They are all fantastic people that put in a ton of work for the trans community. So if you see value in what they do, please consider sending them gifts if you reasonably can do so. We are going to bring up the next guest now. We are looking for opposition only. So if you are friendly, you are very much loved, but please do not request. I do run Q&As on occasion. It's been less frequently lately, but I do still run Q&As sometimes.
Well, Kayla, by the way, is saying that she'll end this, just in case that's interesting to you. You might have to be detransitioned after Kayla speaks, because she is so like she's feral.
Kayla or
I can see
Kayla?
her in the comments.
Kayla?
Well,
Yeah, she was like screaming, like, let me
Kayla.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I
hi
left
Coda.
so
It's been a little
quickly.
while. You're pretty. All of that. Day 15 of time. This has not been
There
15
we go,
days, Zach.
Kayla.
That was the first day I've seen that. You just started at
Yo,
15.
finally. Oh my God. Okay. So I was just trying to get noticed, but I got
Wait,
on so I can talk my shit now.
All
how
right,
old
how
are
old are
you?
you?
And Cash was
Okay,
live
so
last night.
age is 18.
And
December
what year were
12th,
you born?
3305. Well, 2005, That was
You're
just a
good.
couple years.
I figured it out. You're good.
Okay,
Am I a
cool.
woman?
No,
Why not?
because you were born a male and then you changed yourself. That's not the same thing at all.
What did I change?
Really?
You're, well, you're just playing dress up basically. Let me say this. If you were a
Are you here
real,
to air? Wait, Kayla, are you here to air your grievances, or are we gonna have a conversation?
we can have a conversation. I'm gonna
Okay,
speak because
make sure.
look, hold on, because like when I've sat back and I've watched, and all the women that have came up here, you guys have talked over them. You wouldn't let them talk. Kyla W, by the way, my idol right there, because
All
she
right,
had
we're
some
not
good
talking about
points.
previous guests, so
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, just as a thing, she did this in Cash's live too. A girl came up who was a minor. We kicked her because she was a minor, and this girl came up to defend her and
Okay,
said she won
Kayla,
the
we're
argument.
going to talk about the topic, right? And not about past guests. We're not going to talk about, we're not going to do any tone policing or anything.
all right,
Fantastic.
yeah, let's
Why am
talk
I
about
not
the
a woman?
topic. I'm ready
Why does being male make me not a woman?
because you literally just said like if you were born a guy, you're not a
I was born
girl.
a male.
You were born a man,
A male.
Male.
a male.
Correct. Yes, a male.
Yeah, that's not a female.
Correct.
yeah, wow.
Good job. Yep.
Okay.
Am I claiming to be a female?
Well, woman, female, that's typically
They are
what.
not the same thing. Woman and female are different words with different definitions.
Okay. Well, you're claiming to be a woman and you're not. So,
Do you have
Right, and
proof
you
of
said
that?
because I'm male. So what is it about being male that makes me not a woman?
well, one, you had to, I don't know your transition process. I don't know anything about you, but
Right. It's
a real woman
how
wouldn't
much
have
I've
to
affirmed my
prove.
gender is not relevant. I could have done nothing. I could have done everything, and it's not relevant at
Well,
all.
let me ask you this. If tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, I wake up and I just said, hey, I want to be a guy. Am
You
I
would
a
not
guy?
meet the criteria for being a guy.
Exactly.
You know why you wouldn't meet the criteria?
How you're fucking smoking them out of the water.
Not the
Why would I not meet
nuh-uh
the criteria?
defense.
You supposed to be
Really,
something else. Why
Kayla?
can't
Did
I?
you beg to come in for this argument? Like we haven't heard this a million times.
No, I'm
Yep.
just genuinely asking because like that's a valid point though. Like,
Is it?
yeah,
Okay,
you just go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, no. So in this case, we would be talking about consistency and
Yes, that's what I was going to
inconsistency.
say.
Don't worry. I have enough brain power to remember to be on top of that. Yeah, so it would be consistent. So it would not just be like you just one day woke up and that's what it is. This is something that's been internal and intuitive to ourselves for our entire lives. Me, I can back trace the exact moment that I spotted that something was off at 9 years old.
Oh, so you're saying it has to be a process. I can't just decide, hey,
There is a process. It takes some time. It's not just a sudden feeling that you one day like get.
well, you got that feeling at 9, didn't
And
you?
when you do get
That's
that
when I
feeling, it doesn't go
recognized.
away.
That's when I recognized at 9. I recognized it. I went, huh, normal people shouldn't be feeling this way. Huh. That's the first moment that I had. That's weird. That's silly. That's goofy. Not that like that's when it started.
Okay, so I that just doesn't make any sense though, because what if I have those feelings tonight and I decide tomorrow?
That's not how it works.
Because you need
That's right.
insistence,
Yeah.
persistence, and
Did I?
consistence.
Yeah. You saying it doesn't make sense, and then you running back to the other argument that I just like showed you that it doesn't track. Like all you did was go back to your argument, kind of go, nah. That
Okay,
had
well,
nothing to do with what I just. That had nothing to do with what I just said.
well, let me say this. Let's look at the biology of it, right? If
Perfect.
you come out on your birth certificate, it will say
Oh my
what
God.
you are.
Do I get to say my famous thing?
Yes, do it.
My birth certificate did not come out of my mom's vagina.
Same damn difference, bro. Look at your birth certificate. It'll
Also, you
probably
can
say
get
No,
your
it
birth
male.
didn't.
certificate changed.
Yeah.
Let me look at my birth certificate. It says female.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
to
you're
look at
probably
the birth certificate to know who I am. That's ridiculous.
okay. Well, I mean, that's just for all the delusional people out there who are confused about it.
No.
No,
No,
no.
Kayla,
I'm
this isn't a delusion. This is
Hello.
nothing in this is grounded in any kind of delusion or anything like that. Nobody's talking about delusion. The whole point that they're responding to you, like why you're saying this whole birth certificate is kind of ludicrous, is not only is it like in Coda's case malleable as a document, i.e., you can change your records, or B, it actually has no relevancy to the way that Adora was born, or I was born, Abby was born, Jane was born, you were born. It has no relevancy to the way that you were born. It is merely a legal certificate in order to honor the day that you were born. That's it.
Okay, so, but a real woman wouldn't have to prove that they're a woman. We
No,
don't have to prove
that's
that.
Bet.
yeah. I don't have to prove it. I don't prove it every day. But in this case, we're talking about it. Does gravity exist, Kayla? Can I ask you that question
Yes,
real quick? Yeah.
yes.
Do you know that the theory of gravity had to be proven?
Well, yeah, that was back then. Like,
Yeah. No. That's how science works.
yeah,
Is that you stake a claim, even if it's obvious, like water will freeze. You have to prove that for it to be science. So going, oh, I don't have to prove anything, doesn't mean anything, because in this case we're talking about about proofs. We're talking about science, and science revolves around the concepts of proving it.
okay, so then just to go off that question, in the comment title it says I am a woman, prove me wrong, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, well, like you weren't born a girl. You cannot change that. You cannot.
I was not born female, but I was born a girl.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very sure.
Okay.
I wasn't born female, but my gender identity was girl.
Yeah, because you decided that. You
No,
decided that
I
that's
didn't decide it. I didn't decide it. At 9, you're telling me at 9 when I finally recognized it, you're telling me I decided it at 9?
you. Okay.
Oh yeah. That seems ludicrous now that we actually think about that for a moment.
Well, okay, so at 9 you realize that hey, I'm actually a girl, right?
Yeah. At 9, I
No.
realized that there's that disconnect between my sex and my gender. Did I have a word for it? No, but my internal sense of self steered me that direction. I knew it. I did not decide it.
Okay. Okay, so if I decide, like if I realize, hey, I'm Asian tomorrow. Can I
Well, that's
change?
the way you got
No,
out of that.
no, no,
Oh my
no. Because
God.
the unfortunate, as ludicrous as this argument is, we still have to actually be able to talk about it. Otherwise, people are just going to keep repeating it. So go ahead, Kayla. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and answer it because I already know what you're saying. No, the reason why these are different is that while race is yes, social as a construct, what we're not doing is making any kind of claims about changing our structure, i.e., we're talking about woman as the sociological role, but not talking about being biologically female. We are not identifying outside of our physical characteristics. Our physical characteristics have not changed just because we say we're women.
Okay.
So it doesn't connect because we're not talking about physical characteristics here.
Okay. So, but it's just I just don't understand how like you can be born something like you say I'm a cis
Yep.
person, right? I identify with
Mhm.
the gender I was born with, correct?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I'm a woman. I was born a woman with woman characteristics, correct? I am a
You were
woman.
No.
born female. You were born female. You were born with female characteristics, not woman characteristics. The moment
Okay,
you talk
well,
about the moment you talk about your biology, the proper terminology there would be female.
okay, well, I have female characteristics. Like you were
Yes.
born a male, you were not born with female characteristics. You weren't.
Yes.
There's no getting around it. You were not.
Yeah, and you're not telling me anything I don't know. That's why I'm telling you I'm not identifying into a different physical characteristic. So you
No,
telling me I wasn't born biologically, or I wasn't born with female character, I know that.
okay,
You're
well,
not telling me anything I don't know.
okay, so then why are you trying to say that you are? Like, I'm not
Because
saying you were, but like,
I did not, Kayla. I did not make a claim about my physical characteristics. I made a claim about my sense of self, not my physical characteristics. So it seems like you're failing to track where the actual claim is based. Because I'm telling you, I know, I am cognizant, I am acutely aware of the biology. We're not making a biological claim here. We're making a psychological and a sociological claim.
okay. You know
Yeah,
what?
that's,
I
yeah,
I
that's
I mean there was more I wanted to say. I just don't know how to say it. I jumped on here. Shouldn't have jumped on here too far, but there is a lot. I just don't know how to say exactly what I'm thinking, but I
take some time to think.
I'm gonna
Take some
hop
time to
off.
think, sweetie. Yeah, take
I'm
some
gonna
time to
hop
think.
off.
You can always come back and come talk to us again.
Okay. Oh, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Leaving?
Yeah. She said that she realized she bit off more than she could actually chew. She said that she wasn't like quite prepared for this, and like she'll. And I basically said you can come back at any point
Okay. All right.
because we can always talk about this.
Well, I am going to end and enjoy the rest of the night. Maybe watch some Star Wars.
How dare you?
Donate, go live.
Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba
Yeah, you did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. You fully did that to yourself.
Fine, now I'm going to watch Star Trek instead.
I don't like you, Adora.
I
I'm
don't
actually
know that
starting a
theme
can. I'm
song.
actually gonna get straight off this live and go hit that live button. I'm gonna cancel you. I'm gonna
Oh no,
cancel
I'm
you for
sorry.
that.
Do it. I'll be there. Do it.
Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this, please give me a follow. I go live twice a day. Thank you all for being here. You are all amazing. Thank you so much for all the gifts, for all the subscribers. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at some point. I don't know what time. Obviously, the schedule is off this week. I swear to God, it's
Tell
off more
Nate
than
to
a
go
time.
live.
I have a proposal for Cash App to Kick. So it would be Cash App to Kick as normal, but my
I can't
panelists
get
get an
married. I
option.
can't accept your proposal.
What?
I can't get married, so I cannot accept your proposal.
Damn it! You.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, you might want to chill. Take a step back.
Maybe
Okay,
have the
and
dinner
so my
first. My goodness.
suggestion would be that panelists have veto power. Any one veto for a Cash App, and they get it, and I send them a refund. What do you guys think?
That sounds good.
Or
Yeah.
maybe like a time limit, like when they
Oh,
like pay to kick, like whoever like the panelist is handling the guest could get like a 5 minute wrap up or something like that.
yeah,
Five
that
minute
would
wrap up's
that
not a
would be
bad
good.
idea. I think that's thing. I will leave it to the panelists. They can either straight up veto the Cash App to kick, or they can opt for like a 5 minutes finish up wrap up. That's what I'm going to propose for now.
Or we could shake our fists at the comments for one of you daring getting rid of the guests. How
Okay.
dare you?
That will be our solution for the time being. Is panelists get veto power, and if it is vetoed by just one person, then there's a refund for the Cash App.
How do you rectify that with people who gift the Ferris wheels?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you might want to think on that one a little bit more. When does the trip end? When I run out of stairs.
I think
Oh,
what I'm going to
not
do is
narcotics?
stop doing
That should
the
be
Ferris
funny.
wheel. I'll have to be very vocal about that, but I think I'll simply stop doing the Ferris wheel to kick.
Somebody's gonna get that joke. It's all right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel is $45. I make less money off of it, and it's not refundable. So it's less versatile all around. So we're going to stop the Ferris wheel. It's just going to be Cash Apps and Venmos.
I got bad news. You can't do that. You
You want me
don't
They're
even
not
to?
have
gonna do it
Ferris.
anyways.
You have Ferris wheel and Cash App not even on your background, but people are still
Yeah.
sending. It's gonna
No.
take.
Okay.
There's a reason why I have Ocean on my name. It's because it takes a long time for people to catch up on those messages.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You might just have to embrace the suck on if somebody sends a Ferris wheel, it's an instant end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ferris will be instant, and Cash App will be vetoable. Okay. All right. Well, we can work with that. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.